news and a lot of controversies going on in Korea. And we have Anna here, but let me just borrow 3 minutes of your time. So if you're rewatching this, you can skip ahead 3 minutes, skip the ad. But I just want to promote it since it's new and fresh. We have a new site called biroso.com, no, biroso.net. It's biroso.net, and on that website we curate and sell very interesting Korean products. And as you can see on the screen right here, we ship globally, very fast global shipping. Our team is working 24/7 on it, and you can see very interesting blog posts over here, but check those later. If you can see on the cart here, you can see like very interesting animal coasters, cups, and we have limited edition Nike, Adidas sweatshirts which have the Hangul touch to it. So if you look very carefully, you can see the Hangul on it, and in the back the Just Do It is made into Hangul itself. And yeah, we have very unique Korean post memos and bracelets worn by V and Suga. And also you can go here and whoa, what is this? I have never seen this wind chime. I guess Jin updated last night. Oh, this actually means luck. So these are one of like these subtle items that will just like vitalize your home. It's gonna add a unique touch to it. We have interesting magnets over here, Soul My Soul beanies, and the reusable bags. You can see on my chest here, the Soul My Soul. We're really trying hard to get the actual sweatshirts and hoodies, so wait for that. We have very eco-friendly tumblers over here. So many products are being added by the minute. Like you look at these keychains and all this kind of stuff. So, oh, this is a new blog post as well. The best Korean restaurant in New York. It's called Okdongsi. We talked about it in last live stream, I think. But anyways, unique diaries. And actually today, I brought a physical item, and I'm pretty confused right now why no chats are coming up. I hope I've started, but yeah, it is up. So the chat isn't just popping up because it's an error. But anyways, let me go on. So I actually brought a physical product to show you guys. So these are one of the trading cards we have on our side. So this one is called the national, no, what do you call it? Traditional mask playing card. The focus is a little bit wacky right now, but
my face.
Yeah, it's on your face.
It's on my face.
Wow. But look at these playing cards over here. So these are called hawetars. These are traditional Korean masks, and we have like
kind
a
of looks
bunch.
like David.
What? How does this look like me? So we have a bunch. Oh, this one looks like Danny. But yeah, this one looks like Anna over here. Okay, and we have a bunch. So these are some unique touches to your normal playing cards. So if you want to feel special, if you're at the pub, the bar, or at home, just playing cards with your friends, there's infinite types of masks over here. They're pretty creepy, but it's the Korean traditional mask over here. And we have the 나전치우기 playing cards. These ones are pretty like unique and pretty. So it comes in nice, sleek packaging. And if you see over here, you can see like very interesting, very pretty like objects. Yeah, like these. So they're pairs, of course, but if you flip a little bit over, yeah. And actually you can buy 나전치우기 products in Biroso. So go check it out. It's in the pinned comment on the comment section right now. biroso.net, biroso.net. So please check it out.
Check it out.
And as you can notice, you'll see the banners over here. Like we're selling the good luck fish and like all the stuff. Check out my new like floating banner over here. All the information for you to check out Patreon and PayPal as well. So yeah, would really appreciate if you super chat via PayPal because that doesn't take a cut. But the Hangul scarf and everything on the banner over there. So go check it out. If you sign up right now, you'll get a 15% coupon, a discount on your purchase, on all your purchases. So go check it out. Thank you for your time. And I think 3 minutes have elapsed. So yeah, actually like 5 minutes. So let's go on. Have you started?
Yes, I've started.
Oh wow, Anna has just freely, like promoted my
business.
thing. Yeah.
I even screen shared.
Huh?
I even screen
You
shared.
screen shared.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, now let's start. So
Let's
hi
start.
guys.
Hi guys.
My channel and KPC.
Hello
as well.
everybody.
It's what day? Tuesday morning here in Korea.
Yup.
Each week we always get a comment. You guys should be a couple. You guys
By
are
who?
matching.
Is it the same person or?
We get it from whoever, like every week.
Really?
I thought Anna has a boyfriend. I think David has a girlfriend.
Oh, do I?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Okay. For the people who remain until the end of the live stream, I'll give you a little bit of a surprise.
What?
About my relationship status. I'm not saying anything yet, but until
Ooh, juicy.
for the people who remain until the last, the very last of the live stream, I'll give you.
I'm curious.
Okay.
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 How are we doing? Okay, let's do a catch-up talk.
Yeah.
How have you been? I haven't seen him in a while. Actually.
Have we? Oh yeah, actually we skipped last
week
live
because we did it separately.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's been pretty much the same. Very busy with the business, the Piroso launch, and just sourcing new products, constant, continuous meetings, and I've still been studio hunting. Like it's very hard. Like
it is hard.
Yeah, we have a limited budget.
What happened to the one that we liked? It's gone.
So I did some calculations, and that one
expensive?
would be feasible only for like 8 months. So yeah, I want at least like a 2-year thing. So I've been going to like somewhat like relatively more remote places than Hongdae. Like Hongdae is like the center, like the popularity. So some somewhat remote places. We have some nice candidates, mainly for office uses. I don't think we can get anything like a resident house or anything like that. So we'll just like make a nice studio. Anna's free to use it anytime, 24/7. Do some work over there, pump out content. And yeah, anyways, we have a special donor, supporter who made this possible. So shout out to him if you're watching. But everything is on track and that's good. Yeah.
That's good.
What about you?
And mine's been the same. My Hong Kong trip is, I think, definitely happening because I was slightly worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was slightly worried that
Why?
Because I uploaded this video about like soft power in like between Korea, China, and because like I was like, maybe what if they don't like they suddenly see that video, they're like, no, take her off the list or like whatever, like stop her from coming to Hong Kong.
Why? What did you say in that video? What did you say?
No, it's just like, it's like saying like the CCP is like very censoring and
well, then they'll welcome you with open hands. It's
Why?
Hong Kong.
No, but Hong Kong is like, I think they've taken control of Hong Kong now.
Okay,
it's not as so independent as it was before.
Okay.
So anyway, but then I think it's basically still going ahead. So I'm very excited.
That's
so
good
excited.
for
It's
you.
like 21 degrees Celsius right now in Hong Kong.
Warm.
Hong Kong is always warm.
Oh, right,
They don't really have winter.
Right.
Yeah, so very excited
that'll
for
be
that.
Nice.
Also, I talked about it in my last week's live stream on my own, but I had personal color consultation. Have you ever had that done?
Yeah, I've done it.
What's yours?
It's like just very dark blue, gray.
So you're winter as well.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, winter means we suit like more darker colors instead of like if you're very spring light or spring summer or whatever. That means you suit more like pastels and like those kind of lighter colors, but definitely more deep like winter.
Yeah.
So I said to her like before, I was like, I prefer like bold colors, like not like wishy-washy pastels, but like dark like cobalt blue or like reds or like this kind of thing. And she was like, yeah, that suits you. So
do you actually wear a lot of dark?
I mean, to be honest, most of my wardrobe is like black.
Yeah.
Most of it's black.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. But she was like, you suit like the like navies and like if you're going to wear color, you have to wear that kind of thing instead of like yeah. So I had it done. It was fun.
Got it.
Yeah, and she said, you look best with black hair instead of like brown.
The thing with those personal color things.
Yeah, it's very subjective.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. It's not scientific or anything.
No.
It's basically a person behind you, like, this one kind of.
I mean, they say they have all these like certifications. They study color theory and like all this. So it's like meant to be like. somewhat, but it's just it's at the end of the day, it's still someone's opinion.
Exactly.
And I know a friend who like went to 2 different ones just to get, and she gets 2 different results. So it really just depends on the person.
Yeah.
And
so
how
like,
they view color.
I actually confronted one person because I wasn't getting it. I was like, so can you explain to me what's the background and what are the reasons towards matching me with this color? And they were like, you just match with this color, and then there was like BSing, and I was
because I was sitting in the chair, and then she was like holding up a whole bunch of different colors, and she's like, "Do you see the?" And she was like going between 2 different like pinks, and she's like, "Do you see the difference?" And I was like, "Not really."
Yeah.
They kind of like
force you on it.
You have either magic eyes or I just don't understand what you're saying.
I have no idea what's going on over there as well.
Oh, and thank you again, Chenami, for gifting people membership.
Wow, Chenami, come on over to my channel as well, please.
Always appreciated. And I got a PayPal.
You got a PayPal too?
Anna Banana.
Oh my God, where are my toppings?
Oh, it was from Tammy. Thank you, Tammy.
Tammy? Oh, that's our ex-editor from DKDK. Anyways,
really? Ex-editor?
Yeah. Her name was Tammy.
Oh, really?
She works in a Korean news company right now. But anyways.
Okay, and thank you, Patrick, for the $10. I thought it was pretty rich that Anna insinuated the color test was opinionated bullcrap and then turns around 48 later and does it. Well, thank you for your comment. And to be honest, I would not have got it done, but she asked me to come just for free. I didn't pay anything. I just had to make a video. So I was like, why not? It's there are also people that are very interested in personal color, especially. And if you're going to do it anywhere, I think Korea is the place to do it. Better than it's
what's the difference when you do it?
Well, there's just loads of clinics, and also I heard if you do it in America or Australia, it's mega expensive because it's not so. So if you're gonna do it in Korea. I think someone asked how much was the personal color.
How much was it?
It's like 25만 원, 200.
What?
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
No.
It's like $200 US.
No way.
Yeah, that's how much it costs.
No way.
So so people, my friends actually go and pay their own money to get it done. I was like, I'm never gonna go do that.
No
but
way.
I got it done for free, so.
Not in my life. $200.
Yeah, it ranges from 12.
That is pure BS. I am going to tell you.
I don't know. Color theory and
color theory. You can freaking Google it. Do it yourself. All they do is put tapestry behind you.
There are TikTok filters now which makes you have which tests all the colors behind your face.
That is just pure BS.
Hey, don't. It's a business, and if people go, and it's a very thriving business.
Respect to the people who are there. But we could make the same logic about tarot readings, astrology.
Yeah, exactly. People love tarot reading.
It's for fun. It's for
People love astrology.
No disrespect, okay? Don't get offended if you're one of those color, what do you call them?
Anyway,
experts.
my consultant is just very nice. And loads of, celebrities do it for free as well. I guess it's just for for an ad.
Okay. Okay.
People are like $200. That's a scam.
Actually, I did it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have ever gone and done it myself out of my own pocket.
If you go to these festivals, they always have one of these booths, and then you could do it for free. People line up for it. You got the 4-cut. The picture machines, and then there's the personal color thingies and all that stuff. But I would never in my life do it for $200.
But also, I said, I don't think people should take it so seriously because you get a result, right? And then some girls, they're like, okay, I need to throw out half of my wardrobe. Yeah. I need to throw out my entire makeup collection. I can't wear this kind of colors. I'm so sad. I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. Just wear the colors that you want. It's just an opinion, and you definitely don't need to go throw out the clothes you already own. And
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you can already, without even having done the sets, you can already know which colors you stay away from. For example,
right.
Would you ever wear a bright orange or or a pastel yellow? Stuff that looks bad against your skin.
Very funny story. Thinking of orange. Actually, was it orange? I don't know. But I once had this it was a yellow. It was a yellow shirt. Yes. It was a yellow shirt. I thought it was bright and brightened up my color and stuff, and then I had this date with a girl before and then I wore it there, and then I went to the bathroom and then took a bathroom selfie and then sent it to my friends, and then he was like, who's this taxi driver?
Why?
I don't know. Apparently,
It just looked too bad against your
taxi drivers apparently wear like yellow shirts.
I've never heard of this.
And they were like, "You really wore that to your date," and I was like, "Yes." And then of course it didn't go well. Yeah.
Maybe that was why you look like a taxi driver.
Yeah. No offense to taxi drivers too, but like, you wouldn't go in a taxi driver uniform to a date, right? Okay. So.
If you build an entire wardrobe around those results and the price makes sense, it's potentially a 10K mistake without the proper guidance and intelligence.
Yeah.
It's still an opinion, I think.
Yeah.
It's not facts. It's not like set in stone. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we have 100 people, more than 100 people watching, so shall we hop on to the news now?
Yeah, but have we done enough catch-up talk? Okay, well, stay tuned for David's relationship status at the end.
Okay.
What else happened?
The chat is not...
Anything fun?
Anything fun?
Yeah, did you do anything fun that we haven't?
Well, nowadays, like, just the studio hunting is, like, the most fun part,
thing.
I guess. Like, just getting to see, like, the studio scene over here. Nothing more than that, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay. You can actually scoot over this to here, because, like, my chat is not functioning today. So, actually, I'll just, like... Zoom in, zoom out.
Zoom in.
Zoom out. Yeah. Let me just like make us bigger. There we go. Okay.
Okay,
so
what should we talk about first then?
I'll go with my news first.
Which is?
Let's go with Lee Gang-in first. Yeah,
okay,
because I think that's
too,
pretty much the biggest news right now.
Yeah.
You would agree.
I didn't see the match in real time, but anyway, you explain.
Okay, so anyways, the Asian Cup has ended. We got disqualified. We, got kicked off. People are mad. People are pissed. We fired the manager, Klinsmann, the
football manager.
German guy.
He's German?
Yeah. He might be a new manager for Munen, but anyways, the whole KFA, the Korean Football Association, is under like controversy right now because of the bad performance. And then afterwards, yeah.
Okay, but did Korean people actually think they were gonna like win that match?
Of course,
really?
Because we have the strongest team in like all of history.
So
That's objectively.
This was like the best chance that we had at like advancing.
Yes. Objectively, the players that are running right now, they are like the top tier, and never will we get anything like this. Like Son Heung-min is like prime. So, anyways, that's that. But we got disqualified, and then.
Anyway, before that final match, it turned out that they had a fight in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Explain.
Yeah. So people were pissed, and then. We don't know, these are allegations, but people are saying that the Korean Football Association was trying to direct the anger towards another party. So they kind of like allegedly, leaked the news. But anyways, news came out that this guy called Lee Gang-in, he's one of our star players. He's at PSG, one of the biggest clubs in the world, Paris Saint-Germain. And he allegedly, he kind of had physical contact with Son Heung-min, who is the captain, who is like almost like 10 years older than him. So this guy's like young blood.
Let's explain properly. So Sonny is like the Korean like superstar.
Right.
He plays for Tottenham Hotspur in the UK. He is like one of the best in the world actually.
Right.
And he's captain of the Korean team. But this guy Lee Gang-in, apparently they were having. So this was like the night just before their big match.
Yeah.
The final match. And then apparently he left dinner early. Lee Gang-in left dinner early. They were gonna play table tennis.
Yeah.
And Sonny, the captain, he was like not happy about this. He was like, we need to be like.
We need to talk about strategy.
Yeah, we need to prepare. We don't have time to be playing table tennis right now just before the big match.
Yeah.
And apparently he got really pissed off about the fact that Sonny was like nagging him.
Yeah.
And so they actually had like a physical.
Right.
And then Sonny came on the match the next day with like 2 fingers like bandaged up. So there was like actually like physical fighting.
Right.
And he's like 10 years his senior.
Exactly. So this is all allegedly reported by actual major Korean outlets. They say Sonny grabbed him by like the sleeve, like this, like the clothes.
The front of his, yeah.
Yeah, and then Lee Gang-in was trying to like resist, and then that kind of turned into like a punch or something. Lee Gang-in denied it was an actual punch, but major outlets said it was a punch. And then people in Korea was like, Sonny is the national hero, right? Right?
You can't punch him.
Yeah, like at this point, like even if Lee Gang-in is in Paris Saint-Germain, he can't top like Sonny's career.
They're not on the same level.
Exactly. So like the fact that he punched a senior, allegedly punched a senior that is 10 years older, who's the captain of the team, right before the night of the important game.
The most important game.
Yeah, that actually caused a lot of conflict among the young generation, the OG in the team. And then you know how much teamwork is so important in like performance, right?
And then so the next day when they actually did the match, a lot of people were saying they're really not performing like a team today. Like they're like, did something happen? They're just like not passing to each other.
Yeah.
It was the teamwork was off, and like it turned out that was the reason why.
Right.
And then Igang, he ended up like apologizing on his Instagram stories. No, he was like, oh yeah, there were reports that this got out, and I'm sorry. That's what he said.
Yeah. So.
But now, like, all of his ad contracts are like, they're saying they want to take him off the ads because of this controversy. He's acting like an asshole.
Right.
His ego has gotten too big.
Right.
He should be taught a lesson.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
So like basically Korean people want him off the national team permanently, forever. They want to make an example of him, that he should be banned. Because, you know, like I've seen a lot of Westerners, like if you see here in the comments, people are saying like the obsession and addiction with taking some unworthy matters into unimaginable dramatic levels, and as far as canceling and ruining someone's life is really concerning. Another day of netizens trying to ruin the life and career of someone because apparently they can. When other celebrities unlive themselves, they will ask why Korea's cancel culture stinks to high heavens. Everything is turned into K-drama. Lol, two guys had an argument at work. Who the fuck is? I don't think you can like dwindle it to that level as like two guys had a fight at work.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same, definitely. Like you're expecting a national match.
Yeah.
Teamwork is the most important thing in a soccer team. Yeah. And the younger generation that is 10 years apart goes up to the captain and hurls a punch, and then that creates total conflict. And I don't think it's at the same level, and I think people are valid in criticizing him because first of all, we are a very hierarchical society in terms of age and like
your career
also. As well. Like, who's he messing with? He's messing with Solomon. Imagine like an Argentinian, superstar, new supernova punches Messi in the face.
Like for
before
example,
the World Cup.
Yeah, like for example, like I don't know, the Super Bowl. Let's say like Tom Brady, it's only like a newbie, just getting into the profession. Like goes up to Tom Brady and starts like going like this, and it's like that's not okay.
Yeah, that is not okay.
No, you have to respect your the people who are in the industry.
I mean, Sonny might have been a little bit too tight because like
we don't know. We weren't
because
we weren't
like the young people just wanted to have fun after lunch, after dinner, and they wanted just to play table tennis. But Sonny was like, we need to gather up, get our morals up, talk about strategy, about tomorrow's game. So he might have been a little bit too tight, but that doesn't justify you for the reason to like hurl at your senior and
like
the
for
captain.
The rest of the team, you have this huge, big, important match the next day.
Yeah.
Is it really a good idea to start like an altercation like that?
Of course,
just one day before the big match.
No, of course, no.
Just calm your emotions.
Exactly.
Be stoic, y'all.
So a lot of people are like, as usual, like how people get into the psyche of these people just because of one action. I don't think that's right because the extreme cancel culture is getting too hard.
Yeah.
But like people are trying to analyze Lee Gang-in's ego and why he did that.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments being like his ego has gotten too out of control. That's why they want like him to be taught a lesson.
Exactly. And people are saying like basically Sonny and all the other football players have paved the way for him. He got in because like of this Korean wave right now. He's like, doing so well. He doesn't have any respect for that. And a lot of people were saying he's Gen Z. And also he's never been in like a Korean organization or like a football team. So he's very accustomed to the Western way. So like in the Western teams, they don't have any concept of like age or anything like that, seniority or anything like that.
Someone said,
right?
Mateo Kang says Confucianism be Confucian.
Yeah. So basically, there's roots of Confucianism here too. So that was in the background of his like ego. And...
It's like, for example, let's like give them an example that they can relate. So it's like BTS. Imagine if a new rookie group, boy group, completely just like disrespected BTS.
Right.
The first time they met him, they were just like not doing anything. Then that's like, you know, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's not just like two people fighting against each other like a thing. It's just
Exactly.
like you have to respect people older than you and also who have done much more things than you in their career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in reflection of all these series of events, now he's getting cut from all the advertisements. So he's gotten a lot of ads nowadays because he's kind of cute looking. He has a lot of female fans, I
Who?
would say.
Lee Gang-in?
Lee Gang-in has a lot.
Do you think
of
he's cute?
I think he's pretty cute. You know, like he's on the cuter side for an athlete. You know, like. As an athlete, he has a pretty cute. Oh, you liked her. That's your unconsciousness right now. But
I just think he's okay.
yeah, like, but he has a lot of female fans. I'm telling you.
Well, any athlete.
No,
they always
like
have female fans.
we're not talking about like that level. Like he has a lot of female fans, but because of those like synergy effects, like the appeal and the athlete
I don't
thing,
know.
he got a lot of advertisements. But he got the chicken ad, he got the telecom ad, he got like everything, the FIFA ad. But he got cut out from every single one of them. I mean, it's not gonna hurt him in any way because
No, he's fine.
He's in Paris, you know. So
he's fine.
he's gonna be okay, but I think more than like the advertisement money and all that, like people actually talking about banning him from the national team. That's actually gonna be a big hit on his, I think his like pride or like
Of
his,
course.
yeah,
It's ego.
his ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. My thought is like he's just gonna get some kind of penalty from the association and then like it's gonna blow off. But people definitely have gotten a negative image towards him recently. So
This is why people, especially sports guys, I notice, like I know, yes, when there's like important matches and like your emotions are high, and there's a lot of like, you know, this kind of thing going on. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I watched like clips of it. I know in America, you guys, the Super Bowl is a big thing.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, he was like going at this like with his coach. They were like, he's so disrespectful to his coach. He can't like touch him like that. He needs to control his emotions.
Yeah.
That's why I always preach stoicism. Whenever you feel your emotions rising, just
yeah, that's
it's not
that's
a big
actually
deal.
nice advice, yeah.
yeah, just let it go. Oh wait, let me just go back on some comments.
But what was he actually thinking, like laying a hand on Sunny?
Yeah. Like,
How in the right mind could a person do that? You know,
Yeah.
I
to the
cannot
fact that
imagine.
like where his fingers had to be like bandaged
Yeah,
up.
even if Sunny like came up to him and like did a curse word or like said something very like
You
dehumanizing.
know how guys they are with their testosterone and how they just like you know they just fire up.
Oh my god, that's
This
unimaginable.
girls are not like this. We don't fight like so suddenly like oh well some girls do obviously like pulling hair but like
Yeah.
most of the time girls are much more passive aggressive like
Right.
she's a bitch.
Oh, that's who were you impersonating? Oh, she's a bitch. Who did you have in mind?
Girls are more like this. I'm
Okay.
telling you, we're not like we're more sneaky. Wait, let's go back up. What if Sonny was acting as a gunde? Old people make mistakes too. That's true. But still, like, I don't know. Like, I would also like, I would not have gone and played table tennis. Just leave the team and just like gone to play table tennis the night before the big match. But that's just me.
No, I honestly, I think we should give him some slack about the table tennis part because, like, after dinner, you can just like go to digest and
Yeah,
like,
and also we
it's
don't
only,
know
like,
what were the plans. Like
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
were like supposed to be somewhere,
Right.
or like
we don't know the details,
No, we
so
don't know
we
the
can't talk
details.
anything about it.
Yeah.
But like, if the captain says so, I think you need to respect that. If you're in the national team, captain's words are like the rule. So, yeah.
Okay, and M. Cara, thank you. Since you talked about colors, do you know about the company Pantone in the US? They do a lot of the interesting work with colors, technology, and fashion. Yep, you know Pantone.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
They
Isn't it like a
don't they do
cosmetic
like
thingy?
they don't they do like a color of the year like every year, don't
Ah, okay.
they? They usually pick like this year's like lavender or this year's like blah blah blah. But yeah, definitely know Pantone. It's like a paint company as well.
Yeah. Seoul has its
anyway.
own color. Do you know?
What's Soul's color?
It's sky coral pink.
Sky coral pink.
Yeah. Apparently, it's the color of a late summer night when the sunset is going down, and then you can see that color in Han River.
Romanticizing everything.
Yeah, I think it's this color.
That's not coral. That's like a hot
Okay,
pink.
maybe it's my bad, but like, yeah, something like that. Anyways, yeah. About the Super Bowl though, because you
we
brought it
fight
up.
with words. Yes, girls fight. Oh, we fight with words. Yeah, instead of physical.
Yeah. In terms of the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
I was like, it was like last week, right?
Last week.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it. Of course, my American friends and people on the internet. But then there were like the Europeans and the Asians trying to like say like, oh, the world champions when it's only in the U.S. And then nobody watches the Super Bowl other than you. And then the football fans and the Super Bowl fans were fighting. Like, who cares about?
Do you even know the rules of American football? I don't.
I just know the gist of it.
You know the
it's like
gist.
going back and forth, like tug of war. You know, you have to deliver the ball until the end, and then you have
like
to
touchdowns.
duck and like avoid the people. So it's like tag, but like very physical. And then you try to steal the ball. You can kick it, you can pass it, stuff like that. But like, wow, you got a red super chat.
제나미, oh my god, thank you. What? 나는 널 먹방 그리고 여행 브이로그 봤어. 그래서 제가 구독했어. He just said I watched your mukbangs and your travel vlogs, so I subscribed to you. 채나미, are you like Korean American? I always wonder.
Yeah. Sorry for me laughing. I'm not laughing about the broken Korean.
I think it's like Google Translate.
Yeah.
Korean.
Oh, maybe it's Google Translated. But the reason it was weird because it's like translated in an awkward way right now.
Yeah.
나는 널 먹방. It's like I ate you. So that was.
I ate you, but thank you, Tenami. That's very generous of you. What was I going to say? Oh, we're talking about actually my next story. Let's do the Taylor Swift one.
Okay.
Because that's kind of related.
Relates to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Let's find the thing.
Oh, am I describing rugby, not football? Okay, then I'm totally wrong. So apparently, no one outside of America knows football. But yeah, I hope you don't get offended. I'm just telling you like the how it is.
Okay, so let me just quickly talk about the Taylor Swift story because Super Bowl is kind of related. So her boyfriend is Travis Kelce, and she played 4 stadium shows in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the 4th show finished, she went straight away, flew to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl to support her boyfriend. And actually, when she's only doing Singapore and Tokyo for her Asian, she's on a world tour right now.
Okay.
And she's done it all over America, but now she's doing like the rest of the world. And for Asia, she's only done Tokyo and she's only doing Singapore.
Okay.
And so the issue with why she hasn't come to Korea is, well, the stadiums that could possibly, she's only doing stadiums, so she's like 50,000 and over. She's not doing like arenas. She's too big of an artist for that. So the only ones available in Seoul, the Jamsil Olympic Stadium, is 45,000. It's currently under renovation. The last person that played that was Bruno Mars.
Really?
Yeah, the last person that played that was Bruno Mars, and now it's like under renovation till like 2026.
Okay.
And then the Gocheok Sky Dome is 25,000. That's an arena, and that's too small for her. Like her actual stadium stage, all her stage sets is like designed for a stadium. It's too small. So World Cup Stadium, which is 66,000, it maintains strict rules about using the venue for non-athletic purposes due to soccer field maintenance.
That sucks.
Yeah. So there are simply no stadiums that can accommodate her. So that's why she did like at least 4 shows in Tokyo, because actually a lot of people flew over from other countries within Asia just to go to. Me and my friends, we were even saying like, shall we go get tickets?
Really?
Rosé from Blackpink, she actually went to one of Taylor's concerts.
Really?
Yeah. So she did 4 sold out shows in Tokyo. And anyway, so the Hyundai CEO, he was like, I think he went to her Tokyo concert and he posted to his Instagram being like, damn, because she was like saying, like she was saying, hi Tokyo, so nice to be here in Japanese, and he was like, it was a shame when I watched that, like we should have brought her to Korea. Next time we really have to bring her, because also when Taylor does a show, she really boosts the economy during that around the city. I can see that, in
it's
America
like BTS
too.
doing
like BTS, because all the hotels, all the restaurants,
fully
like
booked.
Huge like boost to the economy. So he was like, next time we have to bring her.
Right.
But unfortunately, there are simply no stadiums.
Yeah,
that
the
can
situation
accommodate.
wasn't ideal this time.
No, it wasn't,
But
and it's a shame.
Yeah, maybe next time. I mean, I'm pretty grateful that we actually have the options open. Like we have stadiums to accommodate her, so like that's good. Maybe for next year, but I've never been like a Swiftie or anything.
I'm a Swiftie, because you're not the demographic. She's
I genuinely like her music. I like her old music too. I used to listen to it when I was like in high school and stuff, like the Romeo Juliet stuff.
She was very country before.
Yeah, I like the country better, but now she turned a little bit more pop, which I like as well. Like her music is nice. It's very catchy. I like the fact that she puts a lot of like personal stories and like female empowering themes and like all
She's
of
a billionaire.
Yeah.
She's a literal billionaire.
Yeah, of course.
She's like one of the richest musicians. Like, she doesn't, you know, a lot of other celebrities, they have like makeup, like Rihanna and like Ariana Grande, they have makeup lines and perfume.
Oh, right.
Taylor, she's a billionaire just from her music sales and her like merch.
Right,
and
I
her
can see that. She has the musical talent, the
But do you think
story.
like there can be, like there's a thing called an ethical billionaire, it just doesn't exist?
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't
In
exist.
capitalism, if you're a billionaire, you're bound to be somewhat unethical.
Yeah, you're unethical because you've definitely like cut corners somewhere, or
Yeah.
you've like taken advantage of people somewhere,
Yeah.
or I mean, she also does like the K-pop thing where
Unintentionally.
unintentionally.
Yeah.
I mean, good for her. You make the bag, but like there are like definitely some things that she does. It's like same with K-pop. She releases like a bazillion copies of the same thing with like slightly different versions, or one exclusive song.
And that's not even her doing it. It's her management
It's her
and
company,
the company.
yeah.
So yeah, and I feel like the fact that the only dirt we can find on her is about like the carbon emissions when she's flying her private jet.
She takes private jets everywhere.
She's going to entertain 50,000 people, like 200,000 people in Tokyo only, and like she's doing that worldwide. So I mean, okay, I care about the environment. Go check out our eco-friendly Tumblr on Piroso, but like, you know, we gotta give her some slack for, like, at least she has a purpose. Okay, she might have get a little bit slanted for, you know, the going to meet her boyfriend, but she's a human being too. In order for her to meet her personal needs and entertain like thousands and tens of thousands of people, she needs a way, you know? So
I mean, but I saw one thing where they were like, she took a flight for a, like, what would essentially be like a 28-minute drive.
Okay.
Like just to like get to places. I mean, to be honest, like when you're at that level of that famous, I kind of understand.
Time is money.
Yeah, rich
like
people,
literally
people buy their time with money. Yeah, that's like the number one thing for them. They cut out what useless, like wasting time.
I think honestly, people are butthurt and jealous that she's just mega rich and has the.
To be honest, if I was that level of rich and.
I mean, I'm not giving her a pass or anything, but like if you're an environmentalist or like if you care about the environment so much, you should probably criticize the evil companies in China, India, like fuming all these toxic, you know, like these fumes up in the air, like not being eco-friendly, all these American companies that are producing over waste and like, you know, and making landfills. Your own country, you don't even recycle in some states. You just literally just dump it. And like while there are those kind of big fish to catch, like you're going for the little small fish that's emitting carbon into the air by private jets. Okay, that's just my opinion. If you're an environmentalist, then hate me, but like that's just my opinion. There are bigger fish to catch rather than focusing on
so sometimes I'm just like, what's the point of us like trying to like, you know, use like straws that melt away? What can I do as like, am I as an individual? Am I going to make any impact?
Exactly. So this is actually a huge narrative in Korea. Korea is big on recycling.
Yeah.
Like we recycle every single thing. We even take out the labels from like the
like Coke bottles,
the plastic bottles and stuff. We have to wash all our plastic stuff when it's delivery food.
Yeah.
They don't even take it. The security guard puts it back on your
so I remember
porch.
when I was in America even, but when I was living in the UK, I remember everyone just like threw away their trash in just one big plastic bag.
Yeah.
And like no recycling. But in Korea, we have several bins like labeled just for plastic, just paper, just glass, and you have to actually take your trash and like do it all separately.
It's even
otherwise
like
you get fined.
to the level of we have color plastic. We have like clear plastic.
And I know a lot of foreigners that move to Korea, they're like so annoyed at the recycling system. They're like, why is it so like anal?
Yeah.
It's so extreme.
And we even turned some of the soju bottles are turning into like clear bottles because apparently the green isn't good for like you know, biodegradable whatever recycling. But like people here are like, we're such a small country compared to like the whole world. We only have like 50 million people as a population. Now 48 million people. It's diminishing. And what use is it us recycling so tediously, so like meticulously when China, India, US, and all these big ass countries are just not giving an F about the continent, about the whole world, and they're just doing whatever they want with the environment, and this small country is like doing their best to recycle. I mean, of course, it's good for us to do it, but in the grand scheme of things, is it really helping the world? I feel not. Like we can't we can't like match the level of the pollution these big countries are making.
Yeah.
And these are the countries that need to step up and do their work and recycle and all do that stuff. But what good is us doing it? So like people here are just getting into fatigue about like doing the recycling. It's like why do we have to?
So although I am a Swiftie, and I saw someone comment earlier being like, being a Swiftie is a red flag, okay, whatever. But like, I do like Taylor, but it's just like, yeah, I do think sometimes we have to hold these like billionaires accountable for what they, like apparently you can buy like carbon emissions so you can like offset the amount that you've produced or something. Like you have to be doing then the more than other people, more than the normies to try and like make it better somehow.
I think that's good. Yeah, that's actually good.
And it's funny how Leonardo DiCaprio, he was also like very like environmentalist and we have to like save the planet, but he also takes private jets everywhere. He parties in like the south of France.
It's because Taylor Swift has a lot of aunties too. They're
gonna
find
anything
attention.
On them, she has a lot of attention on her.
Right. But I'm kind of jealous that like Taylor went to Tokyo and Singapore, but not Korea. I would have maybe considered to go.
I would totally go if she I mean, I was even trying to go to Tokyo, just couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hanju, for the £2. Annie, how dare you? Beyonce is better than Taylor. I mean, Beyonce is definitely a better singer. Some things you have to just be born with. Taylor is more of a singer-songwriter. She writes all her songs. That's her thing.
I think it's
all
because
her stories are personal.
Right.
Beyonce is much more of a vocalist and performer. Definitely. Like Taylor's voice, like she can sing just fine, but it's not like on the level of Beyonce. Definitely no. They're just different talented at different things.
And Baby Cat says Korea still uses plastic bags in the convenience. We don't. We don't use plastic bags in convenience stores. We have to pay for it now.
Yeah, I think in most countries you have to pay for
and nowadays, I don't... Oh, no. Nowadays, I think we ban plastic bags at all in convenience stores, yeah. So they have the remnants. The remainders. We can still pay for them, but if that is like all depleted, we can't purchase it anymore. And even if we go to like supermarkets, they don't have plastic bags anymore. That's pretty annoying because if you get groceries, it's pretty big, so plastic bags are handy. But every time I get a paper bag, they only sell paper bags, and like the bottom just falls down, and then I'm like, shit, and then.
Actually, this comment is interesting. So does Taylor have a significant fan base in Korea to fill a stadium? And a few days ago, I watched like a reel or a shorts where they were asking they were doing street interviews in Seoul, probably like Hongdae, and they got like interviewed like quite like young people, like in the early 20s, and like they showed a picture of Taylor and they also showed a picture of Jungkook, and obviously most Korean people know Jungkook, and they were like, "What's her name?" They were like, a lot of them were like, "I don't know."
Yeah, I mean, she can't be popular everywhere.
No, she can't be popular everywhere. And I think most people would have heard one of her songs somewhere playing. But the fact that they can't like recognize her face, because it's like we have our own like popular artists in Korea. Most of the people that chart in Korea are like Korean artists.
Yeah.
And like Taylor doesn't chart really in the Korean.
I think she's one of the big artists, but has like a hardcore fan base.
Yeah.
And which rolls outside of the U.S. Like to be actually into her songs, you'll have to be a Swiftie or like a hardcore fan.
Definitely, like one of her mainstream songs, you would have definitely heard it playing in a cafe or a restaurant.
Right.
But you'll probably recognize it if someone played it to you.
Yeah.
But to actually like know her face and like what she looks like, that might be difficult for some people unless you're like really into like music industry.
Yeah, it's not like Bruno Mars. Or
Bruno Mars is like
Coldplay,
instantly.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. All these big artists, they definitely have this like image branding thing going on, just so they can be instantly recognized. So for example, Ariana Grande is like her ponytail. That's like her. When you think of Ariana Grande, that's like her thing. Taylor Swift, when you think of her, she's like blonde and always like red lipstick.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is always like the sunglasses and his hair. All the artists, they have this like certain image, so it's like easily recognizable for when people think of them.
Yeah.
Beyonce is pretty like, I don't know, like lots of hair and like this kind of thing.
Do you want to know a really
Ed Sheeran is like
fun
red.
fact? Yeah. I do not know how Beyonce looks like.
Yes, you do know how Beyonce looks like.
I have no idea how Beyonce looks like.
I mean, but if somebody showed you a picture of her, you would be able to know.
I think by like her outfit and stage presence and performance, I would know that she's Beyonce.
But you don't know her face?
But I don't know how she looks like.
Yeah, you see, so a lot of people in the
I do not
know shocked.
know how any of the the Jenners, like the
Kardashians
Kardashians look like. I don't know any single one of them.
Yeah, so this is why. And there's the people in America, they were like, how can people not in Korea not know what Taylor Swift looks like?
I know how Taylor Swift looked like.
Yeah, so it's just like people, unless you're like really interested or like you're very up to like internet culture and like people just not want to know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
But okay, well, I also have another fun fact about Taylor Swift. I kind of touched upon this in my like last like China, well, like Tanguru video. Basically, in China, there's this one thing that's like extremely censored on the internet. It's called the Tiananmen Square Massacre in 1989.
Yeah.
And that's when like it was like a pro-democracy protest done by all the students. They were not happy with their current government, so they were protesting. And then basically what happened, the government turned on them, they sent tanks, they were like firing and like they killed their own people. So it's very, very censored by the CCP. But Taylor Swift had an album called 1989. It's one of her biggest albums ever. She won Grammys.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so when she was trying to promote in China, and then she was having all this merch with like her initials are TS 1989.
Tiananmen Square.
Yeah. So it's like actually completely censored in China. So there was like a lot of issue. Like, can she actually promote this? Can she actually come out with merch with this? I think in the end they like kind of let it pass because like obviously with her that's like nothing related.
Yeah,
but
of course.
There was a lot of issue with this kind of thing.
Maybe these are the reasons why people in America are thinking she's a secret spy for the Democratic Party. Like, you know, you've seen that agenda going on nowadays, right? Like, she's anti-Trump or whatever. I'm pretty sure she is. But anyways, like she's like for the political party and stuff.
Let's read some comments.
Okay. Please send me some super chats today. Not seeing any.
Team Anna Banana 가자. Definitely need to work on nuclear energy though. Yeah, going back to recycling. Wish we did better at recycling here. Leo is my man's crush. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, Leonardo back in the day when he was like in Titanic and Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, he was so handsome.
Too bad if you're over 25 years old.
Yeah, you're out. I'm out.
And you're not
I'm too
blonde
old for
and
Leonardo
a model.
DiCaprio. Yeah, I'm too old for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Damn, David, Google is real. Yeah, okay.
You see, but you can't hate on people for not like if you like. Also in America, like I know you guys watching are mostly going to be like K-pop fans, but if you go to any normal person in America and be like, "Do you know what BTS looks like?" They're going to be like, "No, they're not going to know at all." You can't like people have different interests.
Yeah. They know Ariana Grande. Of course, I know Ariana Grande, but fun fact: until like last year, I thought she was black.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that.
I thought she was black.
Yeah, because she went extreme tanning and she had like putting on this kind of like persona.
But is she white or Hispanic or what?
She's like Italian.
Okay.
Yeah. But right now she's very pale because she's filming for Wicked.
Okay.
She's like extremely pale and blonde. I was gonna say something. It slipped my mind. What were we talking about before this?
We haven't talked about the Doctors and Killer Paradox yet.
No, we need to.
It's upcoming.
Yeah.
And the slapping part too.
Oh yes, that we need to talk about that because I thought that was like an interesting cultural thing. Oh, what was I just about to say? I completely forgot. Okay, I will
Super
say
chat?
one. No, it was not that.
PayPal.
What was I gonna say?
PayPal.com/Korean Pizza Club.
Patrick says, I appreciate Korean culture not being obsessed with that, honestly. Does Anna Banana prefer Kelsey with or without a beard? This is Travis Kelsey.
Oh, I thought it was Kelsey the Korean.
I mean, he has this like such a macho image. You know what he looks like.
No.
He's one of in the Super Bowl, one of the like what do you call it? What's his position?
Oh, is he the guy with the beard?
Yeah, he's very tall.
I've seen pictures of him.
Patrick
with
Mahomes
Taylor.
is like the star, and then Travis Kelsey is like his sidekick. That helps.
I don't know. How do you know about?
I already know about this
football?
because I see it on like because Taylor Swift's like content comes up on my algorithm, and then it's like the Travis Kelsey.
You're not into football.
I have no idea about American football or the rules. I have no idea at all. I just know it's a big deal.
Okay.
I just know.
Actually, speaking of stadium tours in the Kochuk Sky Dome, you know, I think it's this month or next month. Otani is flying over to Kochuk Sky Dome, and he's playing here. The LA Dodgers. It's the first opening game for the LA Dodgers.
Should I go and try to make my room? 700 million.
Yeah, maybe. Shoot your shot.
I don't think I have a chance. I don't think I have a chance.
You could be his like fifth wife, maybe. But
fifth wife? Are you joking?
Nah,
no,
just kidding.
No, he's not married yet.
With $7 million, you could afford like 5 wives. But You know, Otani and like it's the LA Dodgers against the San Diego Padres, I think.
Shall we
Yeah,
go? I
it's
mean,
the
I've
first.
never been to a baseball game.
Yeah, you should go. It's
Seattle.
really fun.
Yeah.
If you haven't gone to a baseball game in Korea, you need to go
I've
because
never
the
gone.
culture is extremely different. It's like a concert hall over there. The cheerleaders are
Oh, that's
constantly
fun. That sounds
constantly
fun.
dancing to K-pop dances. Everybody's has their like cheers and chants for each player. Like amps are booming, like chicken, beer, like
That
picnics.
sounds fun. Yeah.
It's different with American baseball. Yeah, I've been there.
That sounds fun. Hold on.
Okay, while you're finding it, let me shout out to Katie Girl for the $20 pizza. Thank you for the hearts, heart, and another super chat from Tracy. Thank you for the $5 pizza. Have they improved handicap access in South Korea? I would say it's getting there. It's getting better. Before it was pretty like a lot of places were inaccessible for handicapped people, but nowadays I see rails. I see like the blind people's like yellow trails everywhere. We see elevators in all the subway stations. It's becoming a mandatory thing for all the buildings, the newly built ones. And even the restrooms, we always have like a separate handicap. And I have to confess, when I'm like seriously having like a bad stomach ache, I just run into one of these if it's empty. Yeah, yeah. So I think it's in general getting better. Thank you, Kuna, for the $5. The band Guns N' Roses released an album called Chinese Democracy. Whoa, that was not going to be accepted by CC. No. But I think rock bands have a different stance because they're sometimes very political. They have
Rebellious.
Yeah, like U2 and all these bands. Yeah.
Somebody asked, do you know Rihanna, David?
I know how Rihanna looks. Yeah.
I saw once Rihanna at the airport. I was at Heathrow Airport.
Yeah.
She was really tall and she had a huge entourage and like you can just tell like whoa, she's like a celebrity. She had that like aura.
Yeah. Didn't Rihanna, is she the one that dated Chris Brown?
Yes, and then she got punched.
Then I know how she looks like.
Yeah, she's also a billionaire too because of her makeup lines.
Umbrella,
Yes,
Ella.
I also saw Angelina Jolie on the same day at the same airport, and she was with her. This is like years ago, like 2012 or something. She was with her Asian adopted son. He was young back then. He's like studying in Korea now, in like Yonsei.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mad Dogs.
Yeah, Mad Dogs. But he was a little boy back then, and she didn't have any like manager or security with her. She was like literally just like in all black, wearing sunglasses, and she's just like holding her son's hand, like walking around the airport. She was, guys, so skinny. I was like, it was like actually concerning to look at.
Really?
Yeah, you can already tell like on screen when she's in films that she's really skinny, but in person I was like shocked for her. I was like, oh my god. But that's how most of them are. I remember like back in the day, one of my friends said they saw 소녀시대, Girls' Generation, in real life. They were like, they're like sticks.
They're sticks, yeah.
They're sticks.
They are.
Yeah. So people are like way thinner than in real life than you think on camera. That's why they always say camera adds 10 pounds.
My friend saw Chang Won-young and
she already looks so skinny.
His impression was like she's a living,
skeleton. Yeah.
I don't
she
want to say
already
that,
looks like so thin in pictures and videos.
He was worried that she'd get flown away by the wind.
Well, you could just go she'll just break. Yeah, that's unfortunately how it is.
No, I wasn't talking about Rihanna. I was talking about Ariana Grande when I was like thought she was black.
Yeah, he said Ariana earlier, not Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rory says, did you receive my PayPal yesterday? I don't think I got any notification. No, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I didn't get anything.
Thank you for the $2 pizza and the membership. What is the worst trope of stereotype in K-dramas? Worst trope?
I know. It's like the poor or Cinderella girl that doesn't have any money. She will get saved by like the rich CEO. Yeah. It's like a true Cinderella story and like happily ever after.
Right.
This is so not realistic.
I know.
It's complete BS. Like that doesn't maybe in my parents' generation that was actually a thing that could happen, like a really girl
That's
from a
why
no
it's
background.
a drama.
Yeah, girl from like no family background. But now these days, really like Tebars, like those rich families, they will only want to get married within similar tax brackets.
Yeah,
That's
and they're
like
not that
simply-
romantic. They're effed up people.
Yeah, and normie girl from a normie background is not going to get married to like a mega rich man. It's simply not going to happen.
Yeah,
Even if he wants to, the family will stop it.
That is definitely the most common trope. But interestingly enough, nowadays I've seen like the analytics of like breaking those tropes and like the independent woman figure rising and like female protagonists rising in K-dramas and stuff. But ironically, in 2023, the most viewed K-drama was King the Land. Do you know that? With Yuna and 2PM's Juno.
Yes.
And that's also a Cinderella story too.
Oh, really?
Although Yuna is portrayed as an independent figure there, he's still like a chaebol and goes out of his way to like protect her within his like power and stuff. And that, I think, still those kind of tropes work best in K-dramas because people seek fantasy. They want
to
like
escape from reality.
Yeah,
like,
they want the white knight.
Yeah.
The shining armor.
Yeah, they want to just complete fantasy land. So Patrick says, I saw Twice live in Houston and I was on the front row. When they were walking down from the stage, they walked past me and I was surprised how short they were, even in their stage platforms. Yeah, usually they're quite small, no?
Unrelated. Oh, is this Twice? Oh, it's ITZY.
ITZY.
I was just looking at it. But yeah, in Korea, if you come, you can see idols everywhere on like these things. But unrelated, speaking of Twice, yesterday I was watching like Instagram and JYP suddenly came out with his Bible study thing, and he's now like a speaker or like a representative of a Christian organization.
He's been like this since a few years ago. He had this like revelation in life.
Yeah, he wasn't very public about it, but now he's like posting, spamming it on his Instagram.
I've heard some Korean people say like he's becoming a little bit culty. He's a little bit becoming,
but that was interesting. I actually took a peep, and then he was like actually very serious about it. He has like...
To be honest, out of all the entertainment CEOs, I think JYP is the most... I don't know, not like out of all of them, most normal, most like least problematic.
Yeah.
Compared to YG or like SM Isuman, they have loads of issues. But
yeah.
JYP, all he does is try to get the most for his artists. Yeah, he could be slightly wacky with this like religious thing that he has going on. But out of all the CEOs, he really does try. I think he's the nicest guy.
Yeah. In general, of course there are exceptions, but in general, if you have a religion and you actually believe in it and you try to live by that word, whatever it is, Christianity, you know, Islam. It's good for your life. It's beneficial for your life. Those are words from like wise and godly people. So godly people, that doesn't godly people, gods. Yeah, but yeah, like people like JYP who has his own like way of living life and his we've seen him giving lessons to Twice, and I don't think that stems from religion, but he was like,
just life lessons.
Yeah, manners are the most important. Respect your teammates and respect the fans, all that kind of stuff. That's very important.
They're known to like kick people out if they don't deem them like morally.
Yeah, exactly. Standard. Morals and non-tangible values are actually very important even when you're doing a business or like in the showbiz or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah, it is important, but. Like YG is known for not
they don't
caring
care
about
so much about that.
So that's the big contrast between JYP and YG. I think like the moral hazard.
What's gonna happen to your YG stock?
It's still there.
It's still there.
Now crypto's going up, so I'm okay.
You're okay.
Oh, I'm
happy days.
I'm very happy nowadays. Like
yeah.
Everything's red.
Yeah. The stock market too. Yeah, very good. JYP is like the Korean Tarantino. Really? In what way? In what way?
Yeah.
Chanami, actually Google Translate Korean is better than my Korean. Yeah, I can tell it's like Google Translate Korean, but again, thank you so much. I think Korea has been losing their uniqueness, has become too westernized in some aspects. You can see it on the dramas. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But it's just part of, like, I think the world just being more globalized in general.
That's true.
We're not so, like, in our own little bubble anymore compared to decades ago.
And I think that's a good thing. Yeah. Everything's very hybrid in Korea. Even K-pop is, like, very Western.
Yeah, of course.
All the, I think nowadays, excluding, like, the TV companies who broadcast them, the companies that make the groups and some of the members themselves, everything else is, like, imported. From like the lyrics, the music itself, the choreographies, the designs, and everything is like, it's not Korean.
And also, guys, just before, so like if my camera battery dies in the middle, I'll just switch it. But just in case, like, I just need to let people know that might happen if this goes on a lot.
Okay, and you'll switch to my webcam then?
No. I'll switch to my webcam while I'm fixing it.
Okay. Wow, this is a big question. Kunav says, should Confucianism still be relevant? $5. Thank you, pizza. I think every kind of school of mind and any value has some value to it if you look into it, like Buddhism, Confucianism, Christianity, Islam, like everything. Like you can take good parts from it. You can say some parts are outdated. You know, some people might talk about women's rights in like some certain religions, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. So what you take from it is the most important thing. And from Confucianism, you can see from like the Mark Manson video, but like there are good values like family, like respect, like community, and all that kind of stuff. And looking up to your elders, like we need those things in society, while some parts might be outdated in modern society. So yeah, send PayPal. Thank you. Oh wow, two PayPals. Yes, I'm happy, guys. Shout out to Tuan. Thank you for the $10. Thoughts on Le Seraphim's new song, David Panda, on YouTube. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'll get back to you on the next stream.
Le Seraphim.
Have you listened to it?
I think I saw like a clip of it on Instagram, but not listened to it.
Is it the one where Yoonjin only wears panties?
Like literal, like it was like she was wearing underwear and then like hot pants on top, but it was like basically the same length.
I've seen reels about these.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think about
this? It's the fashion.
Like no pants fashion?
Yeah, it's the fashion.
Apparently that's pretty big in Hollywood.
I mean, again, it's like just influencers. Nobody in real life actually dresses like that. Come on. Nobody's actually walking out with that in their underwear.
Do you know Kyutuhan, the twins?
Yeah,
they've done that too. And
but they're influencers, fashion influencers.
I know. So it's like, this is actually becoming a trend.
It's just for a photo shoot. But like, imagine, seriously, if you guys are just like normal person walking down the street in your underwear. Like just panties.
Yeah.
You're going to get arrested.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure their song's gonna rock. A Panda.
Well, actually, Le Seraphim only has good songs.
Yeah, all their songs are. I think they're my favorite group in terms of music.
Yeah.
It's so elegant, so catchy and rich.
Which is why, like,
I like Perfect Night. Yeah.
All their songs are good. So, like, I think it's a shame, like, ITZY, like, when they first debuted, they made such a splash. But, like, over the years, their songs have just kind of all, like, started sounding the same.
It's
They're not
because
getting
it's
as good
noisy
songs.
sound.
Maybe.
Yeah, the nobody wants the ratchet nowadays. They want, like, easy, chill songs.
That was also the thing why, like, girl group songs played much more than like boy group songs in Korea, because a lot of boy group songs like dark and like and nobody really wants to listen to that. But the girl groups, they have like either chill bops or like very catchy melodies, and it's like just much easier to listen to.
Speaking of, we have 80s over here, Stray Kids. All of them are like kind of like that, like
And there are obviously certain time and day when you do want to listen to that kind of music, but most of the time it's just like you just want like very catchy, easy melodies and like something to sing along to.
That's why I appreciate 17, because their songs actually give you energy and like brightness to your life. But thank you, Donovan, for the 20 pizza. I couldn't identify BTS, but I could for Blackpink and the girls with the band name that starts to anyone or twice or I don't know. Small donation for the studio. Thank you, Donovan. Yeah, it's good that you can at least recognize somebody, you know. Yeah, and I think you're a dude, so like you don't have to really recognize boy groups.
No, you don't have to. Thank you, Patrick. Speaking of music, IU is dropping new music this week.
Oh,
I love IU's new song. Horsey.
Horsey, no.
Yeah, it's a really hip. Like with B, it's like very chill ballad, but the new song is like very hipster, but really like hip hoppy kind. Well, not hip hoppy, but like listen to it. It's really good song. I really like that song.
IU always has good songs.
Yeah.
But I've always seen like some Western people not getting very used to her like voice itself, because they deem it to be very like cute and like very thin or high pitched, and that's not very normal.
Also, a lot of her songs are like ballads.
Yeah.
And that doesn't resonate. And Koreans love ballads, it doesn't maybe resonate so much.
Right.
Thank you, Kuna, for the $5. Is there a Korean rock band you can recommend?
Korean rock band, of course. Jannabi, I love Jannabi. They're like emo, alternative rock, I would say. And then there's Hyogo. Hyogo is amazing.
Hyogo, yeah.
What else?
I'll write it down. Hyogo.
Yeah. Those two bands are like the best nowadays, I would say.
Yeah.
Hyogo hasn't been active for a while, but Jannabi for sure. Like their songs are so wow. I feel like I've never done drugs in my life before. But it feels like I feel like that would be the feeling of doing drugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Channabi?
Whenever I hear channabi, it's so soothing. You're so like, wow. Like, but okay. Your super chat.
Listen to IU Horsey. Yeah, for example.
Horsey?
Horsey.
Is it horsey? What does that mean?
한국말로 Horsey.
What's horsey?
나도.
Horsey? She doesn't know.
I don't know either.
I think it would be something like about being alone. Horsey? Horsey?
But yeah, watch that music video and the song is a bop. Yeah.
Maddie Hunt, thank you for the $10. Nuna is back. Nuna namayepa. That's my official like Nuna theme now. So if you want customized Nuna namayepa, send PayPals, please. Yes. You can see
IU is coming to all the usual US cities except for Texas. Is she going on tour in the US?
Whoa, that's pretty big.
Because usually when she goes on tour, she is usually like other Asian countries,
say,
but not so
yeah.
much US. Actually, IU is known within Korean people. IU is the one that uses the least amount of English in her songs. They say she uses majority Korean. I've also had foreigners who want to study Korean using K-pop. They listen to a lot of IU.
Interesting.
Because usually most of her songs are in majority Korean instead of English.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Her lyrics are very pure Korean.
Yeah, poetic Korean.
Poetic,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember trying to translate one of her songs and explain. I think it was 8 with Suga. And then I had some trouble like interpreting.
But I'm sorry, but the second song that Suga and IU put out, I can't remember the name, but it was like the most terrible English. I actually did a live about this.
They had a second song?
Yeah, it was a second song. What was the name, you guys? Because I don't really listen to that song.
Oh, is it the one that Suga just produced? Oh, no.
What was that song?
I don't remember.
But it was the most terrible English, I remember.
Oh, actually, yesterday I was just tuning into like this random playlist. It was like chill playlist. And then I was like, I swear to God, this voice is V, but he's speaking all in English and it's so flawless. And it was like with another female singer. Do you know this song?
Which one?
I don't know, but it was literally V. I looked up the song and it was V. And I didn't even know this collaboration happened. But
Do you guys know what he's talking
the song
about?
was really good. Oh, they're talking People Part 2 for
Yes,
IU.
Haram, People Part 2 with the most weird English.
Yeah.
So time is yet now, right here to go. I know you know. Anything does know.
Stop making fun of Korean English lyrics. Yeah, you.
Wherever you are with Umi.
Oh yes, I think that was the title. Yeah, I've never heard of the artist, but like that was. It was such a good song, and I was like, wait, this voice is familiar. And it was in a pop playlist. So I was like, as a V fan, like a V stan, like I was like, how did I miss this? Yeah.
IU is going on tour in the United States, but tickets are insanely expensive.
Dang.
Good for her. Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, shall we talk about the K-drama?
Yeah. Okay.
So did you watch it?
Yeah.
All of it?
I binge watched every single episode on a single night.
I watched like 6.
Oh, so
I
you're
haven't
almost
finished.
done.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah. But we're talking about the drama Killer Paradox, guys. And if you haven't watched it, I really recommend.
It's so good. So good.
It's okay. It's good enough to binge watch through the night. But yeah, it's basically, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
called
it's based
Killer
on a webtoon.
Yeah, it is.
And Cheo-sik, he is one of V's friends, actually. One of his
Right,
besties.
he's the Uga fan.
Yeah.
Park Seo-joon.
He is the main protagonist. And basically, he kind of gets into these situations where he ends up killing people.
Yeah.
First by like kind of self-defense or like by accident or like...
It was like a very spontaneous thing.
Yeah, spontaneous thing.
He was having a bad day and he was on the edge.
But then it always turns out after he's like murdered these people that they were like the worst type of people in society.
Wait. So if you guys don't want spoilers, mute it for a
Mute
while.
it.
We'll cover the story for like 5-10 minutes. Mute it for a while. If you don't care about spoilers, we won't go into like the details of who's like the villain and stuff, but like yeah.
But he basically goes on, he becomes like a serial killer, not on purpose, kind of, it just kind of happens that way. But it turns out that anyone that he kills, like, just happens to be like, they're like the worst type of people. Either they're like rapists or massive
Serial
bullies
killers,
or, you know, so it's just like, So he's like, should I feel bad about killing this person? And then other things happen. He gets like a sidekick. And
Yeah. The sidekick was pretty cute, I think.
But it was really entertaining and it's filmed super well. And like there's like usually with like a lot of Netflix shows these days, I'm always like find like some part where like, oh, this is getting too slow, or like the flow is too like boring. But like I thought from the first episode I was like, oh, it's very captivating. Yeah. It's really good, and he's obviously a good actor.
Right. So he does his first kill, like his first murder in impulse, but then that person turns out to be like a serial killer or something, and then he does his second kill out of like self-defense or out of rage or whatever. He was getting blackmailed. Yeah. And then that person happens to be like a parent killer or whatever. Yeah. And then like that chain goes on and on, and he thinks, oh, this is not a coincidence anymore. And then he realizes that he has like a spider sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like an intuition.
Yeah, like when he touches someone, like bumps into someone.
Walks past someone, he can tell if they're a terrible person or a good person.
Right, and then he doesn't know, he just knows instinctively, but then his sidekick, who's like a hacker, he can hack like the government files and verify that person is actually criminal. Yeah. And then he gives them the green light, and then he goes on to like kill them. Yeah. So they're playing some kind of like that Batman thing.
It's literally like Batman.
Yeah. But
I am the Dark Knight coming to save the people.
Right. But then I saw this interesting article yesterday from the Korea Times. It was an interview with Cho-sik, and he says, the actor himself says, the killer paradox is not a vigilante story. So just to wrap up his interview, basically he says a lot of people think this is like a vigilante story, like getting rid of, cleaning up society with all these criminals and stuff. But Cho-sik actually, when he interpreted his own acting and when he was getting into the role, he said, this is just merely a college student who's on edge, who doesn't know what to do with his life, and who has given up on every single kind of hope in his life. And then these chain of events happen coincidentally. So he doesn't have any choice but just to like do this, because it's like he's given a purpose to his hopeless life. So he just goes on, and you can see him, he's always very down, and like he's not very excited about life and also killing people. He's always like constantly questioning himself whether this is the right thing. And then at the end he just becomes numb, and he just continues to do the act because he has no other choice.
He's like, what do I have to lose now?
No other place to return. And that's just it. So I think that was a very interesting approach from the actor
People
himself.
Are saying it's like Dexter.
I think it's like Death Note too.
Death Note and Dexter.
Yeah. So like the moral question of the story is like, can individuals like vigilantes actually punish criminals in society outside of the law? And the opposite, the anti what do you call it? He's not the antagonist, but he's like the, what do you call it? 손석구. What would you call him? He's like the I don't know. He's like the opposite of Cho-sik.
Yeah, he's the police.
Oh, he's Gordon. From Batman. Yeah. So no, he's not even Gordon. Like Gordon kind of approves Batman at the end, but like he's the detective, and he's like, if you want to punish someone, you need to punish him within the law. Yeah. By the law. Yeah. You can't go out and kill people and like do whatever you want. Yeah. That's not, your thing to do. Your role to and but at the end, this is a spoiler.
I haven't watched the ending.
Okay, but at the end he breaks his he kind of like loses his cool, and then
who, Cho-sik or 손석구?
손석구. And then something turns on in him, and
it's only like 8 episodes. It's not mega long, so it's very bingeable. Kunov, thank you for the $5. I support Korean accented English. Korean accented English. What was that in relation to?
I support Korean accented English.
I'm sorry, I don't have Korean accented English.
Well, 손석구 speaks good English. He's Korean American. No, he lived a lot in America.
I know a lot of girls in Korea. They list 손석구 as their 이상형, as their ideal type.
And that's the perfect segue to the next news. So I'll just actually translate this into English. Where is it? Yep, here you go. So this is actually the next news.
Wait, I'll put up a picture of 손석구.
Okay. Yeah, that would be better. These are just some charts, so I'll just put a picture of 손석구 too.
So he's the actor. He's like the guy that a lot of Korean girls, they say that they find him so attractive.
Yeah, he is the guy right now. And the
Very
article
popular.
I was about to show you, the headline was, he is now the top actor in the advertising scene. So all the advertisers want him. The big companies, the beer companies, like everything, the home chairs or whatever beds, they're all signing him up. He's very active in his films in terms of like, you know, Netflix films. Like he does a lot of international stuff too because he speaks a good English. And I think he has the potential to go big in Hollywood too because of his English skills and his like he has a macho look.
Yeah, he's not like feminine looking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably going to be the biggest actor out there. That's my prediction. Yeah.
How is his English good? Did he like study abroad or?
Yeah, he studied abroad. And his English is really good.
He should come on the Pijik show on YouTube.
I think he already did.
He already?
Yeah.
I haven't watched
all
it.
the big people have already been on it, but like probably has been.
When I watched Kang Do-won on Pijik show, I was impressed
there
by
he
his
is,
English.
yeah.
Okay, I need to watch that. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
He's a handsome guy.
he's a really handsome guy.
How old is he?
Are
Let me
you
Google.
interested? Yeah, but I'll
Born
type
in
it.
1983, so he's 41. That's not too different from me.
Okay, I can see he's your style. I can definitely see he's your style.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a very like low tone voice. All his acting is very calm.
Yeah, and all his roles, very like charismatic.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Even in Killer's Paradox.
Do you know? Do you guys know Gracie Grace on
Yeah,
YouTube?
yeah.
Yeah. I was on TikTok and I was like scrolling past, and one of her thingy like videos on TikTok came up, and she was telling this story. She was like doing a story time. She's like, one time I dated this really seriously beautiful Korean model.
Okay.
And she was like, honestly, his face was just like that of like a Greek god, like just straight out of a webtoon. So handsome. And she was like when I first saw him, I was like, I fell in like love. But then she was like, but the one ick that I just could not get over, that she was like, he was just so feminine.
So what?
So feminine. She was like, I tried to, like, because he was so handsome, I tried to get past it. We would go on dates and, like, you know, but it was just, like, his mannerisms and the way he speaks. And she was just like, he was so feminine that I just, like, lost all attraction.
I guess if that's not your cup of tea, then
Yeah. And she was like, apparently he was saying to her, like, even his ex-girlfriends were commenting, like, are you actually secretly gay? Or, like, and she was like, he was just like, but it's just like always, I get this kind of comment all the time. I definitely am straight. I like girls, but it's just like, this is my personality. I'm just like this. And she was like, I could not get over it. After a month, she was like, goodbye. Like, they just broke up. And then the comments on that thing was like divided. Some people are like saying, if he's that handsome, like I will have him, like that doesn't matter for me. And some people are like, I definitely understand the ick, like if he's like feminine, no masculine qualities.
Yeah,
at all,
I mean,
then.
I would say it's personal taste.
Yeah, it's
but,
personal taste.
I don't know why. I think it's kind of double standards. This is for every one, like every individual has their own personal taste, but like it's kind of double standards because women can be feminine, but also they're praised when they're very like manly and.
But they're
like,
praised by other women. Usually, guys don't like a woman if she's kind of more like masculine, strong.
Oh, guys like women like that too.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, but for men, when they are feminine, they're always called gay. It's always just gay. Like
That's true. That is
not even like really feminine. If you have the slightest something, it's like gay.
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Like I always get laughed at my friends because I have like a weak wrist.
Why?
So like
tennis.
No. Like whenever I like say something, I'm always like this or like this, and then they're like,
Hey,
"Why?"
girl.
Yeah. Like, are you gay? And then I'm like, "Why? What? At what point? I'm just talking right now. And why are you acting your wrist like that?" And like, I'm like, my wrist? What? And then like, you use your wrist too much. And like, so what? And then they're like, that's gay. And I'm like.
Yeah, there is a double standard. I feel that.
And every single Korean man to the Western dude, like if you see on Instagram.
Yeah, BTS gets comments all the time, like
not
they're
even
gay.
BTS. I understand BTS like getting allegedly like
because they
mistaken
have to wear makeup and stage
yeah, like earrings and all that.
Yeah.
But like just the Korean man in a coat, dressed well, like they always say gay. Like that's so gay, like these bugs they need to like get whatever. So homophobic too.
definitely the standard of masculinity in the West compared to like Korea. It's definitely Korea is a lot more allowed to be like slightly more androgynous, slightly more just like where you can wear whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like in the West there's like only one definitely specific standard of like what's macho man, masculine man. Like you have to be butch and like gym and like
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, like facial hair and like you can't. But in Korea, guys are allowed to be like slightly more experimenting with clothes and like they can wear different styles and.
But if you do the slightest thing, you're gay. Gay.
Yeah, I mean BTS gets that kind of comment all the time from people who are not fans. Like they're like, why are these guys wearing makeup and eyeshadow and you know all this? Thank you Kuna for the $5. Who is that actor who plays a tough guy in Last Train to Busan? That is cool actor.
마동석.
마동석?
Yeah,
the big butch guy that's in all of the major movies.
He takes all the masculine roles. Like he's the masculine guy you go to if you need a role.
He's the only like that kind of really kind of stereotypical macho type guy.
Right. If you, nowadays I think Son Seok-gu fits that too.
Let's like 마동석, let's show.
Yeah, he's the guy that fits the masculinity role.
Yeah, he's all of the
way too masculine. But
isn't he in the Marvel movie as well?
Yeah,
coming. Yeah.
He was in a Marvel movie, The Eternals, I think.
Yeah. Also, I watched another TikTok. It was a Western girl saying, "Guys, please, please don't recommend me any more K-dramas or movies when the main actor is not good looking." And there was like a whole list of people they were saying in the comments. People were saying like Kim Woo-bin, he's not good looking, or some people were even saying, who are the other ones?
These people have high standards.
Yeah, it was a bunch of other ones, but like I said, like looks and everything is very subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, what someone might find attractive, you don't find attractive. But I must say, one of my friends in London, whenever I show her like K-pop videos and stuff, she was like, to be honest, like when you see Asian guys wearing these kind of outfits and the makeup, it suits them. Like when they have smoky eyes going on, for some reason on them it looks so good. But if I imagine like a white guy wearing eyeshadow and like earrings, she's like, it just seems way different. She's just like, I don't know, the Asian guys just pull off that style a lot better. This is just her opinion.
Eyeshadows though.
Like
Korean guys don't put on eyeshadow.
Yeah, obviously normal guys don't, but when you see K-pop idols with the looks, with the strong eye looks, but that's just for the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just for the stage. But she was like, for
rock
some
stars
reason,
put on eyeshadow.
Yeah, like eyeliner and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, but in her opinion, just Asian guys just pull it off better. It suits them more.
Okay, yeah.
What do you guys think? Thank you, Rachel, for the $5. What do you think about Park Seo-joon part in the Marvels movie? Do you think he'll? Oh.
That was shit.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll see him more in American movies? Which movie what was the name?
I don't even remember. It was Miss Marvel or something like that.
I don't think I watched it, but I definitely know that he was in, because I can't really judge his performance, but he is one of the biggest actors in Korea.
That movie was shit too.
I mean, I'm sorry, but the Marvel movies are just they don't hit like the old Marvel movies.
Shit, yeah.
They're just not as good anymore. I don't know why.
You know why? Like
because it's become too PC.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be firm on my stance here.
No,
like,
a lot of people agree to have this stance.
I have nothing against being PC. I'm a PC person.
Yeah.
I like being politically correct. I think society is going in the right direction. Like, you know, embracing diversity, promoting it. But if you try to force it down people's throats, like trying to brainwash them, like if you see that on screen when you are there to see a superhero movie and it doesn't fit the narrative, it like that becomes the purpose of the movie rather than the narrative of the superhero itself. Then you're like fed up with it. So like we all remember the good old days when Iron Man 1 came out, like Captain America, Winter Soldier, all those are amazing because they just focus on the character development itself.
Yeah.
But like nowadays Disney, after they
Disney, Marvel, they've gone way to trying to please everybody and to be very politically correct.
No,
and
it's
we
just,
have to include everybody and represent everybody.
No, I'm all for like including like people of like, is that a right word? People of color?
Yeah, that's what.
People of POC.
Yeah.
As the cast and stuff, like I like that. You can include like, you know, gay couples or whatever, but like don't push the narrative in your lines and don't make like
it
this
part of the story.
Yeah, series of events happening around that kind of stuff. Like
I said in my like Tango to China video, it's like art should just be focusing on the entertainment and the art rather than having this like massive political agenda message because like it kind of ruins the thing.
No.
Yeah.
Once it's not, if it's not subtle and you see blatantly they're trying to shove it down your throat, then that gives you like a sense of, you know, repulsiveness.
Yeah. Well, to PC to work. 한국말로 채팅해도 되나요? 네, 하셔도 돼요.
And that's actually why, you know, I mean, Christopher Nolan didn't have a choice on Oppenheimer, but like he was even, I don't even know if this is something to be criticized about. Like people were saying there's not a single black person or a person of color in Oppenheimer. They're all white. And then people were like, what is happening? Like it's 2000. But like in that era,
yeah, that's literally what was going on.
Exactly.
And where the part of the world.
Yeah, then the Manhattan Project. I don't know. I can't speak of everybody, but like that's literally how it was. And if you seek representation in like even a historical context,
I mean the thing with the Little Mermaid and the fact that they hired the black actress, that was like a massive thing.
Yeah. And now they're talking about like a white and black Mulan.
I really don't think like everyone should be represented in every single storyline. It's like that's a historical context. Imagine if there's like a white Mulan, that just doesn't work. Like I just don't.
That's so funny.
There are just different storylines for different groups of people, and like just to like also when I went to see the Harry Potter play in London, they made Hermione black.
Oh really?
Yeah. The actress in the Harry Potter play, the Cursed Child.
Well,
black.
Does J.K. Rowling display that say that Hermione is white in the novel? Is there any?
No, she's just Hermione in the actual written script, but in the stage production, they were like, we are gonna cast a black Hermione.
Okay. I think that could be okay because like if she didn't, you know, write that she had white pale skin or whatever, then yeah, but.
Yeah, so I prefer POC to have their own stories than to be inserted for diversity quota. Exactly, that's how I feel. They should have their own, like, really good storylines and own good things going on. But, like, suddenly to just randomly be dropped in, like, especially if it's, like, a historical, like, Oppenheimer or whatever, just to have, like, okay, we need to have, like, the inclusivity higher.
No,
I think it's really...
Sorry. I just need my Coke.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are. I saw a lot of YouTube videos based on this topic about like Marvel and Disney.
Yeah. Usually, I kind of like try to not be strong on these kind of takes, but like for Marvel, it's gone too far. I was a really big fan of Marvel, but they're going downhill for
it's
sure.
It's just the movie, the plots and everything. It's just not as entertaining for some reason. Yeah. I got tired of everyone in American TV being white, telling white stories. That's why I started watching K-drama, C-drama, and J-drama. Yeah, that's why in this day and age, the fact that you can access content, worldwide content, so easily, I think it's good.
People are losing their ish about some aspects of the PC culture,
Yeah, when anything is too extreme, either way, it's not good. For me, the movie lacked to develop the story of Captain Marvel and a better villain. Yeah, I honestly have not seen that movie with Park Seo-joon, so I really don't know.
I was like I usually don't make fun of these things, but this was just so funny. I saw like a very, you know, a criticism against like extreme PC culture, and there was this woman calling herself like, I identify as like a blah 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 blah. Like it's like 20 lines or whatever, and then my pronouns are the z z zoo.
I'm a furry.
Yeah,
unicorn.
whatever. Yeah. And then like the first comment in the comment section was like, I identify as an ambulance and my pronouns are wee woo. That was so funny.
I'm sorry, but like seriously, you know, it used to be just LGBTQ, but now it's just like there's like a bajillion ones after that. Now I've lost like touch. Even they can't, they don't know all of them. So I don't know. For me, when anything gets too crazy, either aspects, I think it's
Right. Have you watched the drama Billions?
No.
That's really good. It's like a New York finance scene drama, like about stock trading and like a billionaire or whatever. But like he's one of like the toxic masculinity kind of people, like the white privileged person. But then there's like this female who's I think gay there, and their pronoun is like they them, and then he has trouble like they show the process of him like changing. He has trouble because like he's a millionaire, he doesn't care about people or whatever, but then like because she becomes a valuable asset and like she tries to like get into the company, he actually respects the pronoun, and like he actually transitions into like properly addressing the pronoun. And then me seeing that as a viewer, that was the first time I saw how you use pronouns properly on like media, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. So that's like a good example, like not ruining the story plot or line or anything, but like subtly putting it in and showing like, oh, it's not that much of a big nuisance or like like annoying thing to call a person by their pronouns. It's just a natural thing. So like if it's like that, it's okay. But going back to Disney and Marvel, it's like it's getting way out of hand. Yeah.
I think I received a PayPal.
A PayPal.
Yeah, thank you, Rory. I just saw it. I'd like you to watch a YouTube video by Dr. John Campbell on YouTube yesterday called The Loss of Lives. I think I have to see the message on my my computer because on the phone it cuts off, but I'll look at it later. Thank you, Rory.
Astomi says, my pronouns are 누나 너무 예뻐. That's a good one.
Touche.
That's a good one. That's good. Kunav, thank you for the $5 pizza. Are you familiar with the Harold and Kumar movies? Very funny, but definitely not PC for today. I've heard of it.
What is it?
Harold and Kumar. I've heard of it.
I don't know what it is.
It's like comedy or something, but I don't remember.
It's not PC?
It's not PC, definitely. I got some PayPals too. Yay! Kelly, thank you for the 25. Here's a little something for the new studio. Yes, pizza. Thank you, thank you. And William, thank you for the 50. Yay for today's lunch. Yes, let's go get some nice lunch. Yes.
Also, okay, let's do the story about the Asian slap because I really want to talk about that.
Okay.
I really think this like cultural like
Oh really? Okay, I'm down to debate.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is the link? I posted it. Asian slap.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I saw this on this Instagram account. Let me screen share. Next shark. So of this video of a Vietnamese woman who was slapped in the face by her father after returning her for Tet. Tet is like what they call Seollai or Lunar New Year.
Okay.
So this has gone viral, and obviously, if we play it.
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah. That's the daughter walking in, and that's her father. And like they're super shocked because she just did not announce that she was coming. They're like, what? Oh my God, what the hell? And he's just like so excited to see her. He's like, oh my God, you should have told us. And like he slaps her across the face.
Oh, like it's that. Out of joy then.
Yeah, of course.
Ah, okay.
He's like, oh my God, oh, take my son. He's just like, it's like a slap. Like as Asians, I can understand where he's coming from. Do you understand what the context is?
Oh, okay.
But obviously, a lot of the white people, Western people, they're like, how can he do this?
It's like, oh, my daughter,
Yeah.
Ah,
it's literally that kind of slap if you watch it properly. He's just so shook that she's there, right there in the house. He's like, what? What the fuck? He's just like, oh my God, like, it's you. It's really you. You should have told us. This kind of slap.
Okay.
You know? And basically, it's gone viral and it's received mixed. People in the Western viewers expressed confusion, shock, and anger, condemning it as abusive, violent, and misogynistic.
Oh my God! Stay in your lane, guys.
Damn, that slap was fucked up. That slap would have made me walk right the fuck out. Incredible trying to justify violence by saying it's cultural. If it's culture, then it's a savage culture. The fact that a ton of people do it doesn't make it right. You all sound like the parents that justify spanking your child as discipline when it's been proven again and again it doesn't work and only makes your child traumatized. Were you slapped? I was slapped on my bottom so many times.
I was ready to talk about like corporal punishment and stuff, but that's not it. Like it's a greeting here.
It's a greeting here. Obviously, if you're Asian, you know what that is. But what do you guys think? Write down your comments right now. What do you think about that video?
I think like slapping is kind of weird. I would admit, like my parents have never slapped me on the face or anything.
Okay, let's read these are the reactions from the Asians who saw. The slap was full of love. That's totally an Asian thing. That's a love slap. My mom would have done the same thing to me if I tried to pull something like that. Dad slapped her to make sure he wasn't dreaming. Mom got the confirmation that it's her daughter. That slap was the most Asian thing I have ever seen in a while. So, love slap. Damn, the people angry about the slap has never got a slap of love, only slap of hate. Lol. Proves that Asian kids are built different. If it's just a little love slap, my dad does that too. Y'all are acting too worried. So
people
that's
here saying Steve Kwon says that wasn't even a slap, more of a love tap. What is xenophobic? S-I-N.
Xenophobia is like Chinese culture phobia.
Oh,
apparently.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Give us your opinions. Genuine, honest opinions. for me, I can understand.
Well,
what
if
he's
the
doing.
context is in like bright terms and like joyfulness,
Yeah.
then I think it's perfectly fine. As
And
long
I don't think that daughter's pissed off with her father for doing that.
Yeah.
Like I know because a lot of Asians, it's a lot of my aunties. They're always like, oh, like
Yeah,
like
exactly.
This.
This was what I was getting to because
Yeah.
my mom always like hits me on the back.
It's just like a, oh, I'm excited to see you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, I haven't seen you in a while. Like
Yeah,
this kind
I
of
would normally not like
in the face.
In the face.
But I can see he clearly doesn't mean that out of like evil intent.
Exactly.
He's just like,
it's are you real?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
This kind of thing. So I really want to talk about this because people are very divided in the comments.
Interesting.
Yeah. Someone says, not common among Asian households, no. Maybe common among certain Asian ethnicity, not common among Asians. Let's get that clear, okay?
Yeah, it's not,
Fair enough.
I don't think, like, the face is common, but,
Yeah.
like, you know, I think, like, you know, with two hands, like, grabbing the face and, like, oh, I saw, like, here, that's pretty common, but,
Okay,
like,
like-
a slap is a new thing.
It's actually a sign that Asian men can have a lot of difficulty processing how to offer physical love to their children due to social expectations. I think he gave her the love slap precisely to control himself from bursting
that's-
into tears. I think this is reaching.
Who are you, Freud?
This is reaching. And hugging her, which is often not just acceptable.
Nah, that's too much.
Yeah.
It was just a knee-jerk reaction, I think. Like, oh, you're here, you know? And maybe he didn't even aim for the face. I don't know.
Tell me you didn't grow up in an Asian household without telling me you didn't grow up in an Asian household. Yeah, very divided.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, in
What do you
this
guys
context, it's perfectly fine. I think a lot of people in the comments are saying I understand the father's feelings, says Navneet. Yeah, C. Hill says, not in your face, though. I agree with that. Like, another part of your body would be better. H. Stome says, I have on to smack my arm when we see each other after a long time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, but it's funny how, and then I see that and it's like, okay, I can definitely see how some cultural things within a certain society it can be perceived in a completely different way.
Right,
and
right.
I know a lot of my white friends when I was in London, they would have these things like, oh, my mom, she like really abused me when I was a child. Like I said, not physical abuse, but just like emotional thingy abuse. And I was just like, that's just like a normal Monday to me.
Yeah.
It's just like, and they say I have to go through so much therapy to get over this like parental abuse. I'm just like, that's literally just like a normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for me. It's really just cultural difference. Really cultural difference.
Yeah, like I always got like a beating at home.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like
Not a beating, but she'd always like, you know, we have a thing called pechuri. It's like the love stick.
Love stick.
Stick of love.
Well, it can be like an umbrella or like
Yeah,
whatever.
we literally call it the stick of love.
Yeah.
사랑의 회초리. And then it's like a wooden stick, a very thin one.
Yeah.
I can't find anything like that. But
Yeah.
then
Or sometimes like a plastic ruler, whatever was available.
yeah, if you did something wrong, you didn't do your homework, you didn't like do your chores or
Yeah.
whatever, like 손, like
And then you just go.
yeah, you go like that, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
and she
We do this at school. When I was in elementary school, even the teachers, I don't think they can do that anymore. You can't discipline kids at school anymore. But when I was in first grade, second grade elementary school in Korea, if some of us like, you know, spilled something or like just did something wrong or like lied or like got into a fight with another, then the teacher would come and they would get the plastic ruler and just be like, put out your hand, and they would just do this
Right.
as discipline.
Yeah, and by the
doesn't happen
meaning
anymore,
itself, it's
but-
called the love stick. So
Yeah.
it's giving you like a little bit of a shock
Yeah.
to.
I'm
like,
sorry, but some
make
children,
you a better person.
Some children do need discipline. They do. This
Yeah.
is my opinion.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. Some people do need discipline.
Right.
And I know there's like, you know, gentle parenting styles and like, yes, all this. But some kids definitely should be disciplined,
Right,
I
right.
think. Yeah.
In the old days, like the hands are pretty fine.
Yeah.
But like in the old days, we used to do it on your like what do you call this? part?
Calves.
Calves.
Yeah, they'd be like the teacher would get you to stand against the wall, just like hit you on the
Yeah,
calf.
yeah.
My dad said, but when he was back in his day, when Korea was obviously less civilized,
Yeah.
slightly more barbaric, he was like, my teacher would just literally like punch me across the face. I was like, what?
I experienced that too.
Yeah.
I got slapped on the face.
Yeah,
And then we do like 엎드려 뻗쳐. It's like
yeah.
going on the ground.
You go on the ground. Oh, there was a lot of this, like put your hands up and just like stand against the wall for like 5 minutes because then your arms get sore.
Yeah,
Like,
this is what you do at school. Yeah, this is very common.
Yeah.
Like I did this every single day when I'm late to school and I like, and people would like smack you on the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, very very common. It's like in the military.
Yeah, my mom, like, she would discipline me, but it was funny because my dad would never. It was always like, that was always my mom's job because he was like, I'm not going to hit. But he would definitely discipline my brother.
Yeah.
It was like a sexist thing, kind of. So I can hit my own son, but like my daughter, like, your mom can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know if you're like very westernized, you think this might be like child abuse and like blah, blah, blah. But it's literally just, it's part of the culture. Like, what can I say?
Do you know that 누구 아버지 무엇이노? You know that movie?
Yeah.
Do you know the slapping scene?
No, I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay, go on, talk. I'll just show them something interesting.
Let me read some comments.
So this is like a scene from a very, very, very famous movie in Korea. And this is like the Korean classroom in like maybe the 60s and 70s.
That's basically where our like
dads and moms went to school. And if you can see him, he's grabbing the guy by the cheek and he's like actually giving him a full slap here. And that's what used to happen in school. And it remained until like the 90s and the early 2000s in
that's literally what my dad described.
Yeah.
The teachers would do that.
Yeah, so they would get hit by this. Oh, is this gonna get a copyright strike? No.
Don't play with sound.
Yeah, but they would grab you. I got grabbed by the cheek or the ear so much. But I think slapping was a little bit too overboard. Like, I got slapped only just once during my high school. And, but...
Yeah, you definitely can't do that these days. Definitely no.
No, these days if you do that, he's like literally kicking the dude.
Oh my god.
But in the old days, teacher was king.
Yeah.
He was king in the classroom. But I don't agree to that.
No.
But to some extent...
No.
I think teachers need a sense of authority. Like, we need to provide them authority.
And definitely as parents, like, what if your child, like, they suddenly stick their wet hand into, like, an open electric plug. You need to discipline them. You need to teach them never do that again.
Yeah.
So I'm just like a slap in the hand. That's going to, like, shock them. Be like, oh, they're never going to do. They're going to learn never to do that again. Obviously, don't beat up your child, like, at every given. That's obviously not parenting.
Right.
But just, like, some kids, I really believe, do need some discipline.
Yeah.
And it does make you learn. And it's very much a cultural thing, Asian culture thing. Patrick, thank you for the $5. No Asian has ever slapped me upside the help with joyous welcome. I guess no Asian person has been ever glad to see me. Also Asian person not going to do that to usually a Western person.
No.
Like, we usually will do that between ourselves. Sued. Yeah. And that's much more, obviously I also don't like slap unless it's like this, like ha ha, like this kind of thing. But like, yeah, slapping in the face is not so as common, but like when I watch that video, I can just tell that has like no ill intent. That's not like it's abusive. I don't view that as abusive. Anyway, Italians do it all the time. If you go back 20 to 30 years in the UK, it would have been seen as normal. Certain aspects of current Korea remind me of how things used to be here. Yeah, back then, before, it was definitely more accepted, I think. People dump their kids into the American school system and expect faculty and staff to raise them. And surprise, it's not working out. The butt slapping. Korean girls are strong. I have learned to stay with my back to the wall. That was during college, though. Yeah. People have different opinions.
But related to this, the next news is like ex-police officers and teachers being selected as school violence investigators. So in the old days, when teachers actually had some sort of authority in the classroom, teachers were feared because they had like, you know the repercussions. Like you knew you would get slapped and smacked on the butt. So you don't dare challenge your teachers. And then challenging your teacher's authority also means like if you bully a person and the teacher finds out, he would smack you out of he'd smack the shit out of you. But since now teachers don't have any kind of authority or power to control, like even during their classes, outside of their classes, like bullying and stuff like that, it's becoming more like systemic, organized, and very cunning. Like you can't really trace it or anything. And teachers don't want to get involved with like their students because all of these human rights, like students' rights, parents intervening. So it's becoming a huge problem. And then I'm not singling this out as the sole factor, but that's definitely added to more school bullying and violence among kids. Like between themselves. So it's a pity. But anyways, that's the school violence has become so severe now. The Ministry of Education has actually made ex-police officers and teachers to be school violence investigators. They've taken this much, effort into try to eradicate school violence. But you went to school in the UK?
Yeah, boarding school.
Boarding school?
So I had a very different experience.
So no bullying over there?
No, there was nothing
Really?
like that.
I would say there is bullying even in like Western schools too.
Yeah, of course there is. There are like cliques and like there are the friend groups, but like I never experienced like physical there was nothing
or
like that.
Did you see any organized crimes?
No. Our entire school was like 60 kids.
Oh, okay.
So it's different.
Okay. It's
My
like
classmates were like
yeah.
5 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in Korea, like the high school, middle school, like the bullying is pretty intense here. They're literally like mini cartels.
Yeah, it's literally like a whole society.
Yeah. There's like a hierarchy. They steal money from you. They steal like your phones and whatever. They
pocket money.
They hit you. They bully you. They make you fight against each other. They put locks on your glasses. That's the funniest thing ever.
What do you mean locks on your glasses?
So you know how like these nerds, right? Like the school nerds, they usually have like these glasses. And they look very nerdy. So the people the kids make fun of them. So they put like locks on the glass, like in the middle of the glass. So this is his daily glass. But unless you have the key, you can't break the lock, right? So he has to wear that for the whole time with a lock on it. You don't know that?
What? I'm not understanding. You can put a lock in the middle of the glasses, but you can just take them off your head, no?
No. How are you gonna see? This is.
Oh, okay, but he can take off the glasses, but it's just dangling there. The padlock is dangling there.
Yeah, like how are you gonna see anything if there's a lock on your glass? So this is the kind of bullying we're dealing with. Like in my days, like it's very cunning. When the teacher comes, you need your textbook, right? And then if you don't have your textbook, the teacher's gonna hit you. So one of the bullies would do like, the teacher literally just enters the room. There's like just a victim right in front of him. He steals the textbook and then throws it out the window.
Aww.
And then the teacher's like, okay, go to page 15 or whatever, and then why don't you have a textbook? And then he can't say that the bully threw it away.
Yeah.
And then he'll get hit.
Aww.
And then stuff like that. Like the physical beating is just like the norm. Yeah.
Thank you, Rick, for the $5. When I was in school in the Bronx, the teachers would beat and punch us. I think it's generational. When was this? Was this a while ago? I've heard the Bronx is quite scary. People are asking, is the bullying as bad as the dramas show?
It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad.
I never experienced that. I mean, I've only heard about it, so it's like crazy to me.
Yeah, sometimes there's even rape. So there's like sexual...
Yeah, like harassment.
Yeah, harassment and blackmailing. Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have to go through that. Yeah.
But
also, I think, don't you think kids, especially when you hit like 12, 13, 14, that's when you're like growing into yourself, like becoming like somewhat like forming your own opinions, and like your hormones, obviously when you're a teenager, all over the place. And kids will always get into these kind of weird power trips as you're trying to, figure out your way being an adult and like growing into your body. And I just think that age is so weird. That whole teenager years, your brain is forming, and
it's because
you behave weirdly.
Because before you actually enter the capitalist society, like before that, reputation, money, like it doesn't all count. Like you're all equal.
So you're all trying to power trip and like, have these struggles.
Exactly, it's like the jungle.
Yeah, it's the jungle.
So the people who have like better physique, more good popularity and stuff.
Yeah,
they stand out.
It's
and
like jail, I guess. Jail have their own society.
Yeah. It's very sad.
Yeah, very sad. I've heard a story from my younger brother because he just went to normal school. He was like, sometimes, like there was one time where he was not really bullied, but there was one time where he was just walking back home, and like I guess one of those boy gangs, they just like stopped on their bikes. They just like stopped him, like, give us your money, whatever you have in your pocket, just give it to us. Like, this kind of thing.
Literally, our school had like a mini bridge that we had to cross the river to get to the way home. Literally, the bullies, they have like a whole cartel, right? Everybody would take a shift every single day, stand in the middle of the bridge, and the passing fee was like 101. Like so, like they would just like do this, and then we had to put like 101 in front of their
It's a
like.
true cartel.
Yeah, and then they would get that, and then you know if somebody didn't have that, they would like beat them up in the alleys and stuff. It's like
Sad. Yeah, it's like the glory. It's basically like that.
And I was a little bit of a nerd myself too. The one thing I remember, like I wasn't bullied that much because I had some like power because I was like class president and like my family was better off than the rest. And so I had the protection of the teacher. But my other nerd friends, we always enjoyed like playing card games like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. And then I got like a super rare card. Like it was like, oh, like look at this. It's like a shiny black magician, whatever. And then like the bullies overheard that, and then they were interested in the cards too, and then he literally stole it from me, and then I was like, no, that's my card, and then he just stole it. He never gave it back to me, and then I remember like after years I went to like a Yu-Gi-Oh trading card center, and it was worth like
really.
Yeah. I still like.
He will get his karma.
I still hate that dude.
Yeah, but he will. Like seriously, I really believe in karma, and like whatever like bad deed that you do, whatever bad energy you put out, you will get that returned to you regardless. Like I know some criminals think like, you know, for example, if you see just like walking down the street and you see like a bag of cash. And you think, okay, no one's here. I can literally, there's no cameras here. No one is on me. If you take that, I fully believe you're going to get that karma back to you, returned to you down the line anyway. So even if you take that cash, yeah, nobody saw it, you can get away with it. Something's going to happen to you. I really think so.
Okay. She's the vigilante.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bullying is pretty harsh, so I understand why they're like making police officers and people investigators. Like another problem is that the adolescents, the teenagers, they don't get punished. And it's like the law just doesn't punish them because they're under 14. They don't get punished at all.
I feel bad for the teachers because they already have so much to deal with without getting involved in all these.
And they don't have any authority or power nowadays too.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
Like a lot of male students sexually harass all the female.
Yeah, the kids are so grown and tall these days.
Like some kids even jerk off in front of their teachers.
Oh my God.
And then ask like, when was your first sex? Like, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, and they touch like the teachers' skirts and stuff, and the teachers can't do anything about it. Yeah.
That's why some kids need discipline.
Exactly.
Discipline. Okay, next. What should we do?
One of yours?
Well, I saw. Okay, this is just very light-hearted news.
Okay.
I saw this on TikTok as well. An audience member reportedly excretes feces in standing section at the how do you say? Hunter Music Awards. And I saw like a video of like the Espa girls. They were going like this. They actually smelt it.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, various platforms, series of incidents, accounts of individuals encountering human waste on the ground floor of the standing section.
Oh my God.
They were able to detect the odor amidst the crowd, prompting security guards to investigate the area. There was actually poo on the standing section.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
actually took a dump. They're pleased to halt the event surface as attendees struggled to cope with the discomfort. Witnesses noted that several artists allegedly reacted to the odor, visibly displeased as they pinched their noses in response.
What the?
Yeah. I don't know what circumstances led to an event of somebody actually taking a dump in the middle of the standing section. Like, how bad does your stomach have to be?
I feel sorry for the person, whoever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you wouldn't have done that on purpose.
Of course, nobody's going to do that on purpose. You must have been literally bursting and like dying in that moment. You can't escape.
I feel bad for them.
I
I
so
feel bad
bad
for the people who are there too.
But how, like, logistically, like, somebody in the middle, they were like, okay, my stomach, I'm in too much pain.
Yeah.
I need to take a dump. So they, literally squatted and just started taking a dump. And, like, what about the people around? Did they just watch this as it happened? Like, how does this happen?
No, it just, like, bursts out and then that's it. You can't do anything about it.
I wonder if it was, like, a solid, just, like, a normal, healthy poop, or it was just, like, a...
Stop!
just, like, an explosion of
12.
diarrhea.
We're gonna have lunch after this. Please. Oh, please.
If it was just, like, a normal, healthy poop, though, that's...
Stop!
that's slightly better.
Please
than,
stop.
like,
No,
an
it's not better.
That's better than an explosion. That's more neat. That's easier to clean up. Anyway, I did see a video of the Espa girls. They were like, I think, reacting. They were like, what is this smell?
Yeah, that would have been very shocking to
That
them
would be the
because
worst day of my life.
Clearly, Karina Winter doesn't poop.
I would think about like, I don't know, just like not coming out of my house for the next year or so.
Yeah. But I feel bad for everyone who was there. You know, like, but like maybe it was so crowded that the person actually wanted to reach the bathroom.
We can't risk it because there's so many people.
Yeah, yeah.
You just like
and then
dump.
like the Twitter people were like, you know, they're all cussing about like how shitty the situation
How
is. But
shitty it is.
Yeah. But apparently the security said they can't do anything for it. You know, about it. So you can't clean in middle of the, you know, award ceremony.
Yeah, there are things going on.
But that's kind
Show
of
must
stupid
go
too.
on.
Yeah.
Stop, Anna, please. Okay, I'll stop. I'm just
my God.
thinking.
I apologize on behalf, like, for everybody who's having a meal right now. Or, like, I hope to God you're not having a choco smoothie or, like, a chocolate ice cream or anything, a brownie or something like that.
Video super chat.
Yeah, Kunav, thank you for the $5 pizza. Question out of curiosity, is toilet paper or the butt hose more... What's a butt hose?
Bidet?
I personally like both. What's a butt hose?
Do you mean a bidet?
A hose you put up your butt?
He must mean bidet.
Bidet?
Bidet toilet.
Like
the thing that
the fountain, water fountain?
Yeah. Do you like the bidet?
No, only in my personal setting.
Yeah,
like,
not in public.
I never use it. That's gross. That's freaking gross. I would never. But toilet paper is the norm.
Yeah.
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 In old Korea, there used to not be toilet paper in public spaces, so I would always get into trouble. Yeah, you would always have to buy it from these vending machines, like in front of the public bathrooms. And then, yeah, that was very inconvenient.
I remember my grandma was telling me a story. Back in her day, you know how Korea was like coming out of poverty in the 50s after the Korean War, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And she was like, back then we didn't have any like, you know, for when women have periods, you didn't have like sanitary pads or like tampons or anything like that. She'd just be like, you would just wear like sheets of like I guess like kind of similar to like bed sheets, but you would just like fashion that, and then once you get your period, then she's like we would all have to like go to like a washing like a lake or like somewhere. You have to like wash them and just like reuse them because there was no like pads or anything back in the day. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, my grandma, like what she lived through was crazy.
Yeah, it's bidet.
Different, yeah, bidet.
Bidets are good in public, only not for like the water fountain purpose, but like the heating up thing. I like if you sit on a bidet that's a heated seat, like you can't get off it. It's so addictive, you know. And with your phone, you're just like, oh, my bum is like hot.
That's not good for you. You shouldn't sit on the toilet for too long.
I know.
Magnolia says, I am eating a brownie. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I am sorry.
Yeah, you need to apologize. Christina Pizza, thank you for the 20. I love KPC. I love you too, Christina. Here's my PayPal over here. Yes, this banner is working. Yes, PayPal.me/Korean Pizza Club and Patreon as well. Check out Pirozo too. Get these nice cups. Join the membership. Yeah.
Anna, have you ever used a diva cup before when you're on your period?
What's
Do you
a
know
diva
what
cup?
that is?
A
I've
diva
never. So David won't know because he is not a female. But I've never used a diva cup. But it's essentially, you know what pads are. It's just like a nappies, and tampons are like cotton things that you stick
You
up,
put it up, yeah.
and then you remove it every several hours. A diva cup is like because tampons that people are saying is like not I don't know. I'm not sure what the reason against for tampons is, but diva cup is reusable. So it's like a plastic cup that
I
catches
know that.
the blood.
I know that.
And then you empty it and you wash it out.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I know I have some friends who've used it. No, but I've never used it. It seems like too much work. I don't know.
Yeah. It seems like too much work.
It's too much work.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you don't have to deal with this kind of thing
I am.
every month?
Really, I am really glad. Like, not only
Every
like
month.
the blood itself, but like the pain. I can't imagine.
Yeah, sometimes the pain is so bad. It feels like someone's like
I think it
putting
differs
knives.
from person to person,
Yeah,
but I've seen
definitely.
people who literally can't, stand
It
up.
feels like someone's stabbing you in the stomach.
Yeah. Men are lucky.
And we have to go through childbirth and labor.
I gotta admit, men are lucky.
So men should pay for our dates. Like,
Oh wow, okay. This is gonna get clipped and you're gonna be roasted.
I'm gonna get so roasted.
But yeah.
No context.
Yeah. Thank you, Kuna, for the $5 pizza. Do you have a policy if a guest on Korean Pizza Club poops on set?
Nobody has done that so far. Nobody?
Of course nobody has done that
Nobody
so
has done
far.
that so far. What would you do if someone did?
I would just make it a secret and like quietly. You know, I understand. You know, things can happen. You're having a bad day. Yeah, nothing to be embarrassed about. Yeah, this is like a private setting, so I would respect the person as much as possible. Like, you know, not try to humiliate it or her.
Anyway, it's almost 12 now. I'm getting quite hungry.
Yeah, but we have some news. We have a big news to cover.
Oh, the doctor thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the last one.
Wait, let me just cover the
You explain, because we're not going to read the whole
Zico one first, and then let's wrap up with the doctor one.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. I thought this was pretty funny, so I just brought it. Zico apologizes for creating the dance challenge trend. So you know so many freaking dance challenges on
It's
TikTok and
Yeah, this is not even just unique to K-pop anymore. All the Western
the
artists
whole
know
world.
whenever they have a new song, it needs to become a TikTok trend, a
Right.
sound thing.
right.
So the music industry actually has become
changed.
just for TikTok.
Exactly.
I feel
Like that 15-second
Yeah.
loop of
Yeah.
like that viralness.
Yeah.
And Zico, I would say he is
in
like
Korea, yeah,
the
for sure.
the frontier. Like he was the first one with the any song challenge.
Yeah.
Like dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And people recognize him as the father for the viral, you know, dancing stuff. But the reason he's apologizing is because nowadays you see a lot of crossovers between girl groups and idols between groups,
Ah,
and they
yes.
do their like other respective
Yeah, they don't like it. The
choreographies.
fans don't like it.
No, it's not about the fans. The fans love it actually.
No, I've seen a lot of people, like when aespa and NCT, they always do challenges. They're like, why is this necessary for them
Between the
to...
girls and guys.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
They're like,
what
don't do this.
Delulu. But
Yeah.
like between like Idol and aespa or like ITZY and
if it's between
I-
girl groups, it's fine.
it's
but
good. And even
They hate it when if it's a female group and a male
the
group.
Sunbae is doing it too. Like so it's all good, but like the reason Zico's apologizing is because now it's extra work. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's become marketing.
Yeah, you have to think of that whole thing before you even put out the song.
Exactly, and also apparently they take the footages. They do the dances while they're during their waiting session before they're broadcasting the recordings. So they can't even rest anymore.
No, they have to be continuously be doing
Practicing
each other's,
other
yeah.
groups' choreographies, and they do like a dozen per week.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like so many debuts, so many new groups coming out, new
Yeah.
challenges, and
Yeah.
they have to memorize all of them. So
Yeah.
I just can't imagine.
This is just the TikTokification of the music industry. Though.
Yeah, it's like, this is the thing that started it all, the Any Song Challenge.
Yeah.
But I can feel the pressure.
But I think all music artists right now have that thing where they're like, okay, I need
Everyone.
to go viral on TikTok.
Every
so.
single one. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the doctor news.
doctor
Can
thing.
you summarize?
Oh, this is pretty it's pretty serious.
Because at first I didn't really understand, like, why is this a bad thing?
I actually did some research on it
Yeah.
because my friend is a doctor. He's
Yeah.
like a resident doctor right now,
Yeah.
and he's really in the front line of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's actually like protesting and stuff. So
The government is allowing more enrollment for people to become doctors.
Yep.
That's what's happening. Like 2,000 more spots.
Mhm.
So they say it's okay for more people to become doctors. So I was like, why is this a bad thing?
Mhm.
Because doctors are protesting right now.
Right.
So can you explain why this is a bad thing?
Okay. And my screen just got
Way bigger. 200.
weird.
Minimize it.
What is this? Okay. So anyways, I'll just explain. I did some research on this because it's like a very sensitive issue. I don't want to take sides here. But basically, as Anna said, the government is trying to make more enrollment for doctors.
Mm-hmm.
They're planning to increase 2,000
spots.
2,000 spots for more doctors. The Korean Doctor Association has gone on full stop right now. They're
Yeah.
protesting. They're what do you call it? Like the labor union, like when they
Yeah.
stop.
It's just protesting.
Protesting.
Yeah.
So 154 professional doctors in 7 hospitals have filed in their like resignation.
Yeah, everyone's leaving or
Yeah.
saying I'm quitting or.
Yeah.
But what's the reason? Why is it a bad thing?
Right now, Korea has a cap of 3,058 doctors.
Okay.
And the reason the government felt the necessity to increase the number of doctors is because every doctor out there now wants to be like a non-essential
They want to be a plastic surgeon
They
or
want
a
to be
skincare clinic.
Exactly.
Surgeon,
Those two are the
they,
most.
They make the more money.
They make more money. It's easier.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's easier or not, but
Yeah.
there's less risks because if you do actual surgery, like on bones
it's
or
less
like
money. You earn
it's less money, and also you get. Apparently, the doctors are saying you have a risk of getting sued, or
if something goes wrong.
if something goes wrong, there's no kind of protection to like protect you
Yeah,
from.
so all the incentives is to go private and open your own plastic surgery clinic.
Right,
or
right.
whatever.
So that's making like a shortage of like essential area doctors.
People that they actually need to be treated like cancer or heart disease. Or,
Yeah, like people in ER room, emergency rooms and stuff. Even for pediatricians, pediatricians are apparently the less money. Like you earn the less money, least money.
Yeah.
So actually, there's a thing called open run for pediatrician doctors. So
because it's so unavailable.
yeah, so like you need to line up 2 hours for if your kid gets a cold and you want a prescription or something like that. So there's so much of a shortage.
But so why are they striking?
Wait. There's another reason. Other than like the non-essential like shortage of doctors, the essential shortage of doctors, because doctors want to be in like good environments and like convenient places too. The rural areas, the non-Seoul areas of Korea, the medical system there is collapsing. So there's no doctors in like Gangwon-do or Jeollado, like so people there need medical care too, right?
Yeah.
But because there's no doctors available, they can't get the best treatment, they can't get certain checkups or surgery, so they need to go all the way to like Daejeon or Seoul or whatever. So that's becoming a problem. So this is the reasoning towards why the government wants to like make 2,000
more
more
enrollments. Okay.
Yeah, and
so why is this a bad thing?
Wait.
Okay.
So I'm just going through the government side first.
Okay.
So and then they're like, okay, we're gonna make mandatory like enrollment to like rural regions first. You need to serve there as like a doctor if you get like a privilege to become like a doctor after this policy. So you need to at least go there for like a couple of years and like practice being a doctor there, like contribute to the society. And they're also trying to like increase the level of payment like the essential doctors get for surgery, pediatricians, and
salaries
and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the government side.
Yeah.
But for the doctors, they're on full protest because first of all, they're not happy with what the government is proposing as like the increase in salaries. They're like, that is not like a compensation. Yeah, that is not a compensation for like, going into like an essential field and risking your career and like your life and sacrificing for like patients and stuff. Like as their doctors, they take the oath and stuff, but still their livelihood is on the line too. So all people want to be like more convenient, earn more money and stuff. But if you don't really have that, sense of being a doctor and saving people's lives, it's very hard. Like if you do surgery every single day and and not earn money as much, so they feel like the compensation is just too low. And also even for the mandatory doctors that have to serve in the rural areas where the government is trying to force them to, they say that the compensation there is too low. Like why would a doctor go to like in the middle of nowhere, just for some penny money increase? Like that doesn't make sense. Also, this is the biggest logic. So if you increase suddenly like 2,000 people of doctors, then where is the infrastructure, the educational infrastructure, the training? Like you don't have personnel to train these 2,000 more doctors. Like that's a massive increase. So thus, in the long term, the quality of medical treatments and surgery and like the doctor's knowledge, that's gonna fall as a total, like in general. So right now, there are only a handful of medical colleges, you know, that train doctors,
med
schools. But if you just increase like that right now, then one professor has to. Right now, the average is like one professor takes care of 47 people per class, 47 doctors, but that's gonna double. Like it's gonna, you know, one professor has to take care of so many people, and then that's.
And I had a friend who was a med student, and she has to like obviously like be an assistant or like watch as surgeries are happening.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You definitely need to be supervised and like
Right.
all that kind of stuff. So.
Right. So it's gonna become easier to become a doctor because there's more people, and the professors might overlook, you know,
So
the
they're
procedures.
saying,
So in general, they're concerned that the quality of like service or like the medical knowledge is gonna go down, and that's gonna lead to worse medical environments for the country. And yeah, they're even saying that in the long term, this is even going to privatize medical health care and stuff like that. It's going to become like America or Europe. I don't really get that logic. I don't know that much, but they're saying like this is how America started, or like the West started to do what they started to do. And now look at them. They have to go to an ambulance and pay $400. They need to get a checkup, and it's like a couple $100. You need to wait for like 2 weeks and stuff like that. So I don't really follow that, but that's what they're proposing.
So right now the situation is like, is anyone in the hospitals like working?
So
what's happening?
The government is actually full on like, you know, opposing to this. They're like, if you don't accept, if you don't come back to your duties right now, they're basically saying like, how can you be doctors
and when you take them the oath and
and sacrificing the lives of patients because you're not practicing your duty right now because of this cause and like this protest, like at least you need to come back and take care of like the you know, the patients and people who are sick that need intensive care. So I don't know if it's fair for the doctors, but basically they're saying, you know, do your duties. If you don't come back, we will cancel your permits, your certifications, like your doctor's license. And the doctors are, you know, fighting back, and it's a full-on, you know, controversy. This is the biggest news in Korea right now. And I get both sides. The public who doesn't know much about the doctor side, they're all just deeming, oh, the doctors are just greedy. They just money. They're just trying to keep their plate and like get more money with the lives of the patients in line. And so the public is, you know, majority supports the government, and the government likes that because now it's election season. And the government's like, okay, if the public's backing us, like, why not? Let's just push this through. The doctors are a minority anyways, and people hate doctors because they're elitist. They earn good money.
They earn the most,
like, you know, so this is going on, and...
well, it's lucky that we're not sick right now, huh?
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing it's a very long waiting times.
Right. And I don't know. The government actually says they're rebutting the doctors, saying that the 2000 increase isn't that much because if you go like way back into the past, in the old days, Korea had way more doctors back then, but because of the decreasing population, we've lost a lot. So it's actually like just getting back to the past. And
people are saying 3,000 doctors doesn't sound like a whole lot for one country.
Yeah, I don't know. 3,058. Yeah, for a whole country. Yeah, right now. Right. No, that's the cap for 1 year. 1 year's worth of med school, new school. Yeah, med school.
I see. So obviously there's more than that in the whole country. Yeah.
I think all of the med school students combined is 3,058. So that would be like 4 years. You know. Yeah. So there is a shortage for sure. You know, like for the essential areas. I don't know which side to be on because like my friend who's like a doctor, he's very serious about this, and he's like the public doesn't know what's behind this. They're all just being led by populism. The government's just doing this for votes, you know. Anyways. Yeah.
Being in healthcare, it does sound like greed, someone says.
I don't know.
Don't know. Is healthcare free in Korea? We have paid an insurance. There's an insurance system, but it's way more. It's nothing like crazy.
Yeah, we pay we pay national health insurance, and it's really good.
Yeah.
I pay a lot, but
Yeah.
once you actually go to the doctor or the hospital, you only have to pay like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And when my mom got cancer, like she had to go through chemo and all of that. And if we didn't have insurance, then that would have been like very expensive, obviously.
Yeah, that would be crippling.
Yeah.
My friend who lives in Texas right now, I just met up with him, and apparently he got super drunk over the night, Korean, right? And then he had to go to the emergency room, so he called an ambulance, and the whole bill after that was $450, getting like a linger shot and getting delivered by the ambulance, and that's crazy if you think about it. $450 for an emergency room. Yeah.
I got a super chat earlier, Krunov. Anna, do you still practice music? These days, no, I haven't had any time. Not really, but I should, is the answer. I didn't realize, I was trying to really understand the doctor thing. I was like, why is it a bad thing that they're trying to get more? But okay, maybe, yeah.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Maybe the doctors are greedy after all. I don't know. I mean, like, to be frank, doctors have been like the elite of society for a while.
Yeah.
And they know the logic of supply and demand. And they know if there's more supply, it's going to dilute their value and, you know, the value of being a doctor itself. So nowadays, I've heard, because of this policy change, people who want to go into, who are able to go to Sky universities, like in business administration or other departments, they're just giving up their admissions, and they're doing one more year of sunung to go into med school. They're preparing for med school because it's going to be easier. There's going to be a bigger cap to get in. So yeah.
I understand.
450 for ambulance and ER is low. What kind of society are you guys living in? Like, what happens if you get a bone fracture or something? Like, how much do you have to pay for that? Yeah. Andrea and Demi, thank you for the $5. But is there not a licensing examination like the MCAT or DAT that students have to take in order to become doctor or nurse? Of course there is. Yeah, of course there is. People, they study their asses off for that. Yeah.
I watched a YouTube vlog of 2 med students studying for a test, like from the night before. They filmed their entire evening, and they literally like slept like maybe 30 minutes. The other one's like napping, and the other one's going on, and they wake each other up. It's like, come on, we have to study this, like lock this in. And then because they're getting so sleepy, one of them's like studying up, reading the textbook, like.
Yeah, my friend literally gets like 4 hours of sleep every single day. When he's on shift, he gets no sleep at all. He's constantly studying in break time, like eating ramen, and then he's going to the emergency room, and he says like, I have to look up assholes of grandpas and grandmas every single day, and like, you know.
Yeah, what if you make a mistake in the surgery? Your hands are shaking or whatever.
Where's the doctor? Oh, your camera died.
Okay, that's the good time to stop, I think.
Like a proper compensation for the doctors first before we just like suddenly increase 2,000 doctors, and force everybody to go to rural areas. So I get both sides. My trip to the dentist was like $2,000, and that's just for basic. That's crazy.
But anyway, can we go have lunch?
Don't get into an accident in the US. What?
Basically,
accidents
that's what you have to do.
are accidents because you can't avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. So what do you want for lunch?
What is there around? I mean, we're in Hongdae. Whatever we want, really.
What should we get for lunch, guys? Great show today. Thank you for watching. Yes.
Yes, thank you for everyone joining.
You think of lunch while I do a little plug-in.
So if you go to
Lunch.
Patreon right now, if you go to Patreon, our next episode for KPC is up already for early access. I'm gonna record an exclusive podcast today for Patreon. So go look forward to that. Only $5 to $10 to support me on Patreon. The next guest for the next episode is Han from Han QT, Sean from Sean Solo, and then Jerry from K Explorer. We're gonna talk about whether the Korean content environment is too saturated and why everyone's just making bad negative stuff about Korea. Like if you just talk shit about Korea, you get viral, you get tons of views, and why people like OG Korean creators are salty about the new and uprising ones. They're like, oh, these TikTokers and short form creators have it so easy these days. Like they're not even creating any kind of value and they're getting like massive views. So the saltiness over there. But like the guests, Sean, Han, and Jerry are like I think the third gen or like the new gen for the creators. So they're gonna defend themselves of their points of view. So it's gonna be interesting. Go watch that when it comes out. But if you want to early look into it, go subscribe to Patreon. And please check out Pirozo over here, our magnificent website with awesome products that have been floating on for the whole live stream. If you're interested in purchasing them, free, not free, but very fast global shipping, very cheap global shipping. So go check it out. You get a 15% discount if you sign up. An email will be sent to your link. If you use that link, automatic 15% discount.
Oh, people are saying, what is your relationship status?
Oh,
you have to not forget about this.
Okay, so...
What's the tea?
Okay, I'll bring the tea. Wait.
What's going on?
I'll bring the tea.
He's bringing the tea.
So, I'm a very private person, so I do not reveal much of my life. But I won't say anything, but I'll just give you this. What?
Okay, go on.
Okay. Look at this.
Okay, show it to mine as well.
Look at this. It's so cute, right? Look at this. Oh, it's so cute.
And here too.
It's so cute. It's a little bear. And we have some other like pastries here. Like...
So who gave this to you, David?
I don't know. Like,
did you give anything?
Oh, there's a nice box here.
Did you give anything?
It's Valentine's.
Oh yes.
It was Valentine's.
In Korea, on Valentine's Day, it's not like mutual giving. Only the female is supposed to give to the guy. And then 1 month later, on the 14th of March, we have White Day, which is where the guy is supposed to give to the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I saw a lot of people on Instagram, like guys giving gifts.
Yeah,
to
in
girls.
the West, it's just Valentine's Day. Lovers give it to each other.
Oh, okay.
It's not like only one
we
side.
take turns here, so.
Yeah, it's different.
If I break up before that, just kidding.
Oop.
But yeah, I'm not confirming anything about my relationship status or anything, but.
It's not me, you guys. People are asking. I did not give David these. He is not my Valentine.
Did you give me these?
Oh, that is very cute. Did she like make them? Whoa.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it's really cute. So in celebration, let me just.
You got bit off his head. Is it a he? His head.
Let me make him.
Well, you better get her something nice for White Day.
Will I?
You have to. Yeah, you have to.
Maybe I just bought this for myself and wanted to brag online that I'm like.
No. You have to get it something nice for White Day.
I thought you were gonna spill the tea, not drink it, not eat it. That was the gift from Danny.
And I oop.
Is it from Anna?
I didn't.
It's you, Anna?
No, it's not me. And I completely forgot about Valentine's Day in general. I was just doing work.
Oh, so did you have someone in mind though?
I have like some.
And
I have like a situationship, but I completely forgot about Valentine's Day in general.
Why are you
it's
always
just not...
in situations?
I'm just like
lock it up.
So I actually apologized. I was like, I was like, I'm so sorry.
There's someone you seriously consider.
I'm so sorry. Like I completely just was not even aware.
That's cute.
I think Valentine's Day or my White Day is all marketing. Like it's like unless you're celebrating your couple's anniversary or whatever.
Even if it's marketing, it's just fun.
It is fun, yeah. And David has his cookies. So. Okay, what about like tonkatsu?
I have my cookies.
And looking at your cookie.
Eugene.
For lunch. Don't eat too much because you're gonna spoil your lunch.
I'm gonna send this link.
So it's like injing. Decapitated bear. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's go. Let's get going.
Let's go.
Thank you for everyone who joined this live.
Mm-hmm.
See you all next week too. Have a good week.
Okay, and if you're interested in Soul My Soul merch, go to peterloo.com and the